practically every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own influence.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing. We want you to smoke the natural herb. Some call it marijuana, some call it sensimedia, some call it lamb's bread, and some people call it ganja.
Welcome to another edition of the Adam Dunn Show. I am your host, Adam Dunn.
And I am your co-host, Dave McCharnick.
Dave McCharnick?
That's new.
McMahon.
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 I thought it was
Dave McBagel.
McBagel.
Dave McBagel.
Way better.
Okay.
Welcome back. We're back at the studio. We have we're gonna make it through this whole episode without any technical difficulties. You'll see.
Oh fuck! You just fucked it up.
No. You watch.
Oh.
I'm
gonna knock something
Look
off.
how confident MTI is. Look how he's not
No,
mad.
I'll break something.
He's not mad. He's not turned into shitty Jamie yet, right out of the gate.
Yeah,
so
right?
Do you know what I noticed though? Do you notice this?
What's up?
I can't make eye contact with him. He put the put the monitor there.
He knows
so
what's
I
up.
have to lean aside.
He knows what's
So
up.
he-
That's why he's
see-
so happy. Look at that.
Because
Look at
otherwise
the smile.
he'll have too many requests if I just let him have like an open line of communication.
Damn!
You know,
Are you calling me a prima donna?
100%.
Is that
100%.
what?
100%.
Yeah,
Basically,
absolutely.
we already said high maintenance. You're high maintenance.
Yeah, I can't find any rooms for our next trip to to 420. They're all sold out. You got to give me more notice so I can
I got you.
book a room at
I'll get you a
Joyful.
spot. Don't worry. I got you a spot.
Joyful.
I got you a spot. So we have
we got
we
you a
have a
spot.
full
Yeah, great.
power pack show. You know the funny thing, Dave, you send me always like so I'm putting together the flyer. I was like, oh shit, I almost forgot. So I'm putting together the flyer. I got it all under control. I got the guests. I got everything lined up. And then it's like, don't forget him, and don't forget about that, and don't forget. I was like, wait a minute. At the last second,
No,
said,
they
don't
weren't
forget.
at the last second.
Those are don't
What it
forgets.
is that I notify you so far in advance that when you
you
make
know.
the show card the day before, you completely forget.
You know how it goes.
No, it's okay. I fucked up tonight anyway. I didn't even want to tell you.
What?
But Adam can't make it tonight. He called.
Oh, Adam.
Adam from Oasis Cannabis, but he will be on the 18th. We rebooked him.
that's
He's
okay.
coming on with his chemist.
Nice.
His
We'll make a
lab
more
guy.
full show. That's good because I
Yeah.
already thought we had a little bit of a crowded show. I was a little bit like, oh, damn, now we're cutting people short. We got all these awesome guests. So let's go through them. Let's go. So we don't have no Adam Slyter from, or Slyker?
Adam
Yeah,
from
I know
Oasis Cannabis.
I know last names.
Slider, I believe it is.
Slater.
Slider. Slater's son, man.
Anyway,
how you doing, bro?
So we'll have him in a future show, but we do have Boris coming in from Papa Select, which now we know has super fire. We already knew, but now we have been proven. It's been proven multiple times that they do have the fire, and they have the Killer Social Club. So we're going to find out more about that because
Right.
now we had to figure that out on our own, like investigative reporters on our own show. It was, I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean you have a club? Oh, Jesus!
Wait,
and
what?
and then at the top of the hour, we got Joe Dolce, who is author and podcaster. He wrote Brave New Weed and then podcast of the same name. And I've known Joe for a few years now, and it's kind of cool. We're going to catch up with him. We had him on the show a long time ago, and we actually had a book. When I had the So High Gallery, we had him come down and do a little signing.
No, the last time I went down there, remember? I drove down. I met you down there, and my fucking the oil I got my oil changed at the Jiffy Lube, and the oil filter fell off in front of you're parked in front of your gallery. So I have fond memories of that day. That wasn't fun.
That's good. I have similar, which is I thought I locked the keys in the back of my truck, and I was so fucking stressed out, and I tried to get in there with every tool possible. I spent hours and hours and hours, and I called a guy, and the guy came and said, "Oh, dude, you don't want me to go into there, right?" He's like, "No, it'll cost you so much because this is the type of lock it is. I'm good." And then so he didn't do it, right? And I was all bummed. And then I went back into the shop, and it was so stupid. I was like a total stoner where I was like, wait a minute, what is that in my side pocket that I haven't looked at all day? Like a little weird side pocket thing that I had. And sure enough, keys were right there. So I was like ready to tear my thing out, spend hundreds of dollars to fix it, and then the key was in the side pocket. So
The only time that's ever happened to me, I saw the key. So there wasn't any, it wasn't like, is it in your pocket? I could see it there going, you really fucking did this.
Yeah.
At the Wetlands, Manhattan.
What year? What show?
1990.
Oh, did you figure it out at the beginning of the show or the end of the show? Because if you figure out at the beginning of the show, then you had a terrible trip.
Nope,
and it was,
at the end.
So you had a great trip.
Yep,
Everything was
it was
great.
fine.
You were in that blissful moment where
Ready
you're
to
like,
go.
oh, this is so great. Everything was great. And then you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. But you were happy that you found him in the car because imagine if you didn't have him in the car.
Yeah, but
Then you
don't let
would've been-
anybody tell you that it's better to break that window other than that window. You make that decision for yourself.
So you went straight through the front window?
No, I went to
You're like, "That's
the quarter
cheapest."
panel thinking
yeah.
that
Those
would
are
be...
expensive.
Yeah, that's the most expensive window. Don't do that one.
Absolutely.
Better to break the one with that rolls up and down right in your driver's side
Who
or
would
your
have
passenger
thunk?
side.
Who would have thunk it?
Now you know.
Now you know. Another great bonus tip from Dave.
Bonus tip.
How to lock your keys in your car the right way.
Yeah, right. If there's a right way or a wrong way. But Pizzicalis isn't zooming in right. Oh, wait, here he is.
Already?
Hold on.
He's in? He's in.
Let's
This time he's
see.
not going to... All right, tell him to turn down
No,
his
no,
shit.
he'll be here in 10 minutes.
Oh,
It's his. We're going to
I
say
don't
it's
think it
his
was.
fault.
I don't think it was his
it
fault.
was 100% was his fault.
Oh.
You think?
Well, it could have been our fault on his channel that was open super high because when he came in,
Right.
but he came in like
Hot.
screaming, dude. It was like my earphones
Yeah.
like exploded off my ear like it was a cartoon. It was like bow, and then it was over. Then it was done.
Bow.
Bow, done.
Done.
So, tell us. Okay, so besides obvious that we all were down there and having fun, so you didn't go to the hot springs again. You're just like anti-hot springs.
Yeah, he's totally anti-hot springs, bro.
We ended the
I mean,
show
I've
at
been to the
like
hot springs.
11 o'clock.
Doesn't matter. You go back the next morning, you stay, and then you go.
Yeah,
I know. Terrible.
He hates us.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't think he likes us.
Yeah, no. He can't hang with us. That's the problem. No, it was. Good
listen,
times.
I am fun and jovial and personable when we're sitting here, but
This is all in your imagination.
I'm not,
This is all news to me.
Right, all news to me. But no, I don't. I'm not.
Can't
I
do
don't
it.
like
You can't deal
those.
with it. The water touching
No,
people.
no, I did. I went, but you guys went. I went to the wrong one because I asked Michael where everyone was staying, and he told me Joyful Journey. So that's where I went, and you guys were all at Hooper. So
Mike is so on point. Mike's got it. We don't
He
even
got
have
it
to
down.
tell
He
Mike
sent
what
me
to
that
do.
way.
He just does it.
Right.
He's like Dave, Joyful Journey.
we got a pool and a
Everybody
pond.
else-
The pond would be good for you, Dave.
Everybody else, we're going
Right.
to Hooper.
Hooper.
Right, there you go.
And that's so no, it's again. I'm
so
next time.
did you do your job and like collect any news for the news segment that you haven't done in months?
No, I got a good.
Because there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of shit
Really?
going
Well,
on.
I told you. I told you before the show. I had a really cool call last night with a bunch of I don't know I don't even know what they call the group, but it's just it's business owners, money lenders, doctors, scientists, and so the topic was Delta 8.
Mm-hmm.
So I invited Dr. Mark. So I invited Dr. Mark to the show, and to say that he has an opinion on Delta 8 that he expressed in a little more scientific terms than he did when he came on the show would be an understatement. He was so passionate about Delta 8 overall not being good for the entire cannabis industry that the people that are slanging Delta 8 right now, because that's what it is. It is not, these are not above board transactions. I heard from someone at the tobacco conference that the 80% of the people there were swinging Delta 8. And
It's so funny how it's just like when it was. Remember, it was like the kratom time, and then it was this thing.
They were there too. 10% was kratom, 80% was
And
Delta 8.
was kratom.
Kratom.
First was 10% was kratom, then the other was kratom. But in general, it's always that thing, right? It's like, oh, it's all CBD, it's all vape pens, it's all fucking this. Now it's all Delta 8, and so.
Well, he put it in a way where the guy, Chris, the CEO that went to that conference, because he wanted to see because
Were these people interested in getting into Delta 8, or were they interested, or they already were doing Delta 8, or they
These were
just wanted to know
guys-
about the scientific background or the health
on
implications?
the call.
Yeah, the call. That was
Yes,
the main focus was.
Nobody really understood it, and I know I didn't really understand it until last night. Hearing Dr. Mark, he said a lot more than he did when he came on the show.
Oh, really?
And
Thanks, Dr. Mark.
Well, he was
Thanks for not
getting-
giving us the goods, bro.
No, he got he
held
had a
out.
scientific question where somebody asked him, and he was talking about the thermodynamics of cannabinoid degradation and how you have delta 9, which is naturally occurring,
Right.
and you have delta 8, which is the thermodynamically lesser. You can go down, you can't go up, right? So he said it was discovered when someone who was making clear distillate didn't realize that they used an oxide or an ammonium something, or with some chemical term. he
Whatever.
used.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
You'll look
Details.
it up. It's
Minor details.
Minor detail. I'm not giving anybody instructions to split an atom. It created delta 8, and so there's no history of the human, of the species, ingesting it for tens of thousands of years like we have for cannabis. Okay, and the barrier to entry is not there. These people were selling. I mean, there wasn't like, I'm going to take 500 of this or 1,000. They were selling tens of thousands, hundreds of thousand orders, and they were all to gas station people. And the head shop that we know, it's no one there smokes. They're complete business people. All the shit's from China.
I mean, the only thing I can say, okay, well, definitely I don't think it's healthy, but I also think it's definitely better than spice. That's for sure. Like at least it's a cannabis product of some sort, which is something. But the one thing I can say is when you look at it, it doesn't seem right. Like it's too fucking. It's solid. You flip it upside down. It doesn't move. So my instinct would tell me that is probably doing the same thing when it enters your body, right? It just sits stagnant and just doesn't do anything, right? It doesn't move. Whereas like THC always has that fluid thing. CBD always crystallizes, you know what I mean? This stuff just turns into Caro syrup, right? Caro syrup and thicker, like so, like
Right.
you can chisel on it and you're like,
Yeah.
holy shit. So there's something unhealthy, in my opinion, about that just because of the way it sets, because things do that whenever they're in their form, right? And so when you vaporize it, it turns into vapor, and then it goes right back into that same form. Like wherever it ends up, it's going to turn hard and it's like shellac,
Well, the discussion centered around something that Mark brought up was that did anybody consider the fact that there are going to be 30 or what, how many? 30 kilograms of THC for every acre of hemp produced, right? So nobody thought of that. And just as...
Who says nobody thought of
Well, no one on the legal side of it because they didn't give you a way to deal with it. And now we have Delta 8. So you have entrepreneurs who, spent a lot of, there was a cost of entry, a barrier to entry, especially with the crash of the hemp market the past few years, that's sitting on the shelves and they want to sell a product. However, our brethren who came out of the shadows to create legal enterprises, who went through the whole licensing process, spent a minimum of $10 million.
Right.
These guys didn't spend it. The Delta 8 guys they appeared to be, and I'd love to hear the other side of it, but they appeared to be the sort of the business people that we as cannabis industry people would not want to associate. We wouldn't want them associated with this industry. We would go, they're bad actors.
It's exactly the same thing as it always is. It's like whatever the lowest hanging fruit that makes that, if it's something where, and especially if it's something where it's like there's a simple process to get there. Like when it was glycerin days, I was actually told this story yesterday to the guys at Cultured. Shout out to them. Where I went to there was used to be a diaper factory in Denver, right? They called it the diaper factory. It was still called the diaper factory, and it was where they brought all the fucking cloth diapers to, and they would work them, clean them up. And so they had these giant. It was just a disgusting place, obviously, but they tried to grow weed there, and it was just all on wooden tables and nasty. But anyway, the guy got told one bad piece of advice. Somebody told him, take your entire crop and put it into glycerin. Right, so I came in there and he had just barrels stacked to the ceiling, and I was like, "What's going on here?" And he's like, "Oh, this is the last crop, and they've been here sitting here for 2 months now." And I was just like, I opened up one, and it was just like, wow, like, oh my God, you got the wrong piece of advice, my friend. But here we go. Sound is still good. We're still here. How you doing?
Oh shit! Say something. Hold on.
Can you hear us?
Unmute your thing and say something with my headphones not near my ears. since we're blaming you.
Can you hear me?
Oh, sweet.
We made it. Last time that was all we got. We got a guy, hey, and then all our ears exploded.
Yeah.
And literally.
We're good? You guys can hear me good?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you didn't bust our whatever the thing with the dials is, so.
Hell yes.
Preamp.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we had a lot of sign language last time. There was a lot of this. I can't hear.
Well, the best was translating the text messages he was sending me or trying to use it on the phone, and then we got feedback, and he got feedback. And
you know what's funny is I realized that what I could have done is I should have muted on my end so I could just hear you. But regardless, we're good now.
We all figured that out. We had that figured out, but we're like, no way.
We had no way to tell you.
No.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, so tell us, Hayes Cup. Let's hear it. Give us the pitch.
You got a 10-minute. You got a 10-minute window.
You got 10 minutes, then we're kicking you off.
Then we have real guests. Then we have real guests. Coming through. Proper ones.
And kicked off. Well, I'm gonna load a bong then because I wanted to at least have a bong with you guys.
Oh, of course.
This is part of your 10 minutes. I'm just saying this is part of your 10 minutes.
It's like when you would buy weed off of somebody and they want to smoke with you. Like, hey, smoke a joint.
Some motherfucking smoking.
If I had to smoke a joint with every guy I sold weed to, I'd be there. It's like, come on, guys. They're like, good, let's smoke a joint. You're like, no.
Wait, but buying weed is better when you're high.
Yeah.
Right? On weed.
On weed.
On weed.
If you can remember to get the cash out of their pocket.
For those of you who don't know.
Let's talk about this wonderful event while we're bonging it up, oiling it up.
Go ahead, because we'll tell everybody who you are.
July 9th and 10th. For those who are interested in attending, we have the Hayes Cup, which is going to be held on July 9th, which is coinciding July 10th with the Las Vegas Cannabis Awards, which will be held at the Sahara Convention on 7/10, and they're going to be giving out almost 200 awards and then having performers at the Sahara Convention Center. And while that's going on, simultaneously, Kushstock Las Vegas will be going on at the same time with booths and vendors and all kinds of shit going. So we decided, since this was the third, I believe, or fourth year of the Las Vegas Cannabis Awards, we said, you know what? Let's join up with these guys. Let's have everybody from the studio come down, including you guys, and let's be part of these Cannabis Awards. And then I started thinking, I said, you know what? How great would it be to fucking hold from Hayes Radio the first annual secret competition for only 150 people the night before? And the guys were like, yo, that sounds dope. And I says, well, how about this? If I throw this party and do this secret cup, can we give the awards out the next night at the Cannabis Convention at the Sahara where there'll be like 1,500, 2,000 people? They're like, hell motherfucking yes. So I fucking call up Jerome Baker.
So this is when you need a soundboard.
Wait, we have to.
You need to be like, give them hell yes and fucking and horns and shit. It's okay. Not that one. That is not. There we go. Hype it up. Hype that shit up. There we go. Fuck.
So I think to myself, you know what? Forget about these regular awards they're giving out that they ordered online. I fucking think about it and I go, yo, I'm gonna call Jerome Baker, my fucking ultimate homies in Vegas. I'm like, yo, bro, I need you to make custom glass awards for the categories that I have going on at the Hayes Cup.
Nice.
And he was so down, and I was like, dude, I want you to come hang, party, et cetera, et cetera. And the next thing you know, I get a call from Uncle Stoner on top of it, who does the squash off.
A call from Uncle
Sponsored
Stoner.
by Rosin.
Did he dial the phone himself?
Did he butt dial? Was it a butt dial? Was there like a butt dial situation where you're like,
he found out about the party.
I better do
he
something.
Fucking hit up one of my boys. My boy hits me up. He says, yo, Uncle Stoner wants to do the squash off at your party. I was like, fuck yeah, man, because I was the winner of the very first place squash off 2017 at Chalice. So I was like, fuck yeah, how many have you done already? He's like 30. This will be the 30th.
Nice.
I was like, that's dope. Let's have the squash off at the party. So there's 15 people allowed to enter the squash off. There'll be 7 judges, which I believe Adam is a judge of. One of the judges.
I guess so.
Yeah, I believe you're actually one of the squash judges.
I'll take
so there's going to
money
be
on the side. Money on the side. You know who to talk to if you want to win.
Awards. We're going to have categories in the competition for indica, sativa, hybrid, We have a shatter, a live resin, a rosin category, one edible category, best dispensary, achievement award for male and female, infused flower, and CBD. So there's only going to be about 5
See, those are
entries
his
per
awards.
category.
All that other crazy awards
Right.
were the other awards because he was already talking best porn star, and I was just like, what?
No, I
was
said
like,
best
think. I was
makeup
like, oh,
artist,
I was like,
best.
That's
We
the
thought that
Las
was all
Vegas
you. We thought that was all
Cannabis
you. We thought that was all about you.
No, we're doing our own separate Pimp Glass Awards private party best to best
That's
because
good.
the Las Vegas Cannabis Awards is only Nevada people getting the awards.
Gotcha.
Ours is a motherfucking best of best. And then what's going to happen is the next night after they give out the awards, they're going to be done by 8 p.m. Hayes Radio, we're going to fucking come out there. Adam Mills, Squints, you, bada bing, bada bang, fucking one after another.
Adam
All the
and
people
Adam.
from the
Bing, bada
station
bang.
are going to fucking come out and give out each one of these awards, and we're going to tell everybody in the room that we had this secret party the night before being held in a fat fucking mansion.
So when your categories, when you said you had best indica and you had best sativa, but did you have best haze? Because you are the haze cup, you might as well throw that category in
Well,
there.
you have to clarify
Because
Purple
a lot of
Haze
people,
Radio,
a lot of,
and that's where it came from.
I know we know that, but also because a lot of people were at the beginning. We're like, oh, dude, I wish I could enter, but I don't have any. My haze won't be ready. And I was like, no, it's all different types. We clarified that.
types.
But
Yeah.
you should throw a category in there because
Yeah, that would be good.
They're up and coming.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
I
more
think-
people getting into it now. Finally,
I think what's going to happen is this is the first tester. That's why it's 150 person invite only. The only way you're going to get in is if you were invited, whether you're a sponsor or whether you're actually entering the competition. And with that, you get VIP bands to the Cannabis Awards the next night, which are $100 each. And then you don't have to register when 1,500 people are registering at the Sahara the next night. You get to roll in like a fucking G, cruise right in, and you also get admission to Kushstock going at the same exact time.
Where's that
So
going?
what's dope? Yeah. So what's dope about it? Let me tell you what's going on at the party. I have 7 stand-up comics from the Comedy Store that are going to be performing. We got Dave, says he wants to go live with your show and kind of cover the event as it's going.
Dave's selling us off like
Yeah,
cattle
but
over here.
It sounds
that's
like
right.
there's too much going on for us to set up there. Maybe we'll
If
have
you
a
wanna do it or
we'll
not,
have a
it's up to
remote
you.
mic.
I'm going to have a DJ. We're going to have the squash off going on. I have 3 chefs that are going to be doing edible appetizers throughout the night. I've got a stone brick oven pizza truck that's going to be there pumping out brick oven pizzas, lasagna, ziti, all kinds of wild shit.
Manja.
Dave's all good now. He's got.
I
I
don't
got
eat
a
that shit
Mexican-
anymore. Jesus.
Oh, you can't even eat
Mexican
now?
caterer that's going to be slanging out wild tacos for everybody.
There you go.
And it's going to be just a fucking super dope event. Most of the people are going to get to judge. If not, you're going to get a ridiculous gift bag filled with all kinds of great shit to enjoy while you're at the party. And then I have luxury buses at a undisclosed location that is going to be shuttling for 7 hours in loops to the mansion party.
We will take
So-
Patreon donations because I know where that bus is picking up from. So anybody wants to biggest donation for the night in the show, and I'll text you
Each
where it is.
person gets a golden ticket with their name on it. And then security's going to check your ID at the bus, and then you get a commemorative Haze Cup pin that glows in the dark, and that's how I will know everybody is in the party. So if you don't have a pin at the party, something's wrong. You're getting booted.
Whoa. Pin action going
Damn.
down.
This sounds like way like, I don't know, utopian type of shit, man. Come on,
What do you
just
mean?
open the doors.
Yeah, just let us
Let
in, bro.
everybody in.
Just let us in, bro.
Yeah, man.
We can't do it.
No, I like it. No, I like it.
After
At
this,
least you
if
got
it goes well-
you got to do that in Vegas, though. Vegas is all
Yeah.
about like you got the classic is when you get the was that the Cosmo where they had the one they always have the one fucking elevator and it's like all the way at the top and everybody's just cramming in and by the
The
time,
Rio. The Rio.
Oh, the Rio's
That's back in
No,
the day.
the Rio sucked. It's the Palms.
Oh, it's the Palms. You're right.
Yes.
100%. The Palms.
The
There's always
Palms
that
is
party.
high-
There's
I
always that
walk
party.
downstairs.
There's always that
I
party.
walk down. I don't get in that fucking
But-
elevator after. No fucking way.
After this goes down and we do this tester and everybody has a great time, I have a partner who got one of the 30 event licenses. There's only 30 that were given for 50 million fucking people. And we're going to be able to do these haze cups all over California. And if I plan it right and everything goes well and the city council of Hollywood says it's cool, we're probably going to try to hold the Haze Cup Halloween at the Man's Chinese motherfucking theater, blazing it up and fucking having it hardcore. So
When
if
would that
everything goes
happen?
right, we're going to be doing some awesome events.
Now you set the bar way too high
Yeah,
for
yeah.
yourself. You're
When-
fucked. You're
when
like
would that happen?
You're like, well, you know, I said the Mans, but I actually meant the Mins,
No.
and it's in South Hollywood, not normal. No. You got to go south, like a couple hundred. Yeah, go about 100 blocks. No,
And then
anyway.
I'm going to a killer, because I got 2 more minutes. I'm going to a killer party tonight that I got to tell you guys about. It's a Harlem Nights theme. It's at a $40 million glass mansioned house in Beverly Hills, and it's being thrown by the CEO of Ease. It's his birthday party, and it's all Harlem Nights theme. And minorities from medical marijuana are going to be there. Corbin Cooper, you know, one of the guys from 40 Tons, who was the 8.
Is that Roy is throwing this party?
If that's who it is, I guess whoever the current CEO of Ease is throwing his birthday party at this wild
Say
mansion.
hi to Roy.
Yeah, tell him
I got
Dave
myself
from
this
the
wild.
show. Dave Charnick gives him
I got
a
myself
love
this
tap.
wild fucking white tux thing with black, and I got like the fucking fedora. And
Deliver
this,
him a
man, all
message.
decked
Deliver
out.
him a message.
Why didn't
from
the Adam Dunn show get invited?
Oh, hey, the Adam Dunn show. We're wondering. Hey, see you, man.
Hey, do you guys know Uncle Andy?
Uncle
For all
Andy.
of you who don't know Uncle Andy, you should know him. Good guy.
Or should
guy.
you? Or should you?
But yeah, if anybody's interested, you could DM at haze.radio on Instagram if you guys want to sponsor or be part of the Haze Cup, or just directly hit up Dave or Adam, and I know they can take care of stuff as well.
So Bob is going to be sponsoring the bus.
Nice.
So True Pura will be doing the bus. And
Incredibles
if we can figure
edibles.
out a way, it wouldn't be Incredibles because they don't have a Nevada outfit. But
Yeah,
if there's
yeah,
a
sure.
medical patient out there who wanted to enter some Nove chocolate bars in,
Yeah, that's great.
we'd love to make that happen. So
Absolutely.
his Nove chocolate is
All right. We'll
Fucking
get onto
killer.
that later. Thank you very much for finally coming through. That's awesome. And we are going to be there. So, yes, I think somebody asked if I was going to be there. Yes, I will be there. I'll be
In
judging.
person.
We'll be judging. Dave will be there. MTI is going to be there. The whole crew. So, if you're coming
whole
through,
crew.
definitely.
Yeah. Jet Sweet X out there, right?
And as it gets closer, we'll definitely get you back on the show to tell us where it really is at now. You'd be like, all right, I said that place again. I meant not the Sahara, and not the Palm. Yeah.
Well, can I listen? This is something that's come up a lot before you go, Pitts. Is there a way you can schedule the Haze Cup in California when you do that with enough time so that people could pop some real haze genetics that
We're
take
gonna
a
have
long enough
people all
time?
over California. This
Let
is
us
the
help.
first
Let us
one.
help you. Let us help you on the planning on some of those things because
Yeah.
we can
That's
get
for
it.
sure.
We can get it legitified for you. Be like, oh yeah, this
No,
is
like
actually
100,000%.
Because I
Vegas
can already see everyone gets kind of butthurt when they see the word haze because they're like, man, that's you
Well, I
can't.
think because people got to realize we're Hayes Radio Network. You know what I mean? I think when we realize that it's the radio station, Hayes Radio, that's during the Hayes Cup, and it becomes more and more known, then people really understand that we're throwing these events as a radio and media company, which you guys are lovely syndicated on, and we have you on our mailer promoting all your wonderful shows every week. So I love having you guys with us, and everyone enjoys listening to you guys on
No,
Hayes
keep
Radio.
going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
We love it. We love it.
No,
good. You are the
but take
man.
it. Well, I mean, on that same point, take advantage of the fact that you're using a name that is identified in this industry as being one of the most, heralded and respected
Sure.
long cycle sativas.
Yeah, that are really hard to grow. So anyway,
know?
so it's definitely
For Cali, 100%. And I'll have you guys definitely plan it. But Vegas is literally, I just want to pop it off.
Yep.
And that's 30, the test mechanism to do them all over Cali even bigger. I just wanted to start small. I also wanted to make sure the cannabis control when we do stuff in Cali, I'm going to keep it to like for the first event, maybe 350, 400 people.
Oh yeah, keep the numbers like that.
small.
Keep them like that anyway for a while because
maybe
that's always the best. They're the ones that you can actually talk to everybody. So
And then, never go more than at least the first year and a half, more than 1,000 or 1,500 people. I don't want to be like High Times and everyone doing giant festivals yet.
Put $1 in the
Because,
cup.
like,
You said high times.
$1 in the cup.
Thanks for coming on, brother.
All right, and on that note, we're out of here. All right, man. But we'll talk soon. All right.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Peace out, man.
What is this? This is really this is smelly.
That's some sage and sour. That is some sage and sour. How you doing, Joe? He's just chilling.
Hey, Adam.
Did I
Hello,
let you?
Joe.
Did I let you smoke long enough and have enough edibles before the show?
I just had my favorite little edible, so I'm good.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Thank
you did.
y'all.
Well, welcome back. I don't know when we had you on. It was a while ago, but we did have you before. So if anybody wants to go back and figure that out, that's always fun to do. But lots has happened since then. But lots has happened since then. So now we're updating, and I love it when I get a publicist contacting me about my friends, because then I'm like, oh yeah, I know.
Oh,
sure, I'll have that guy on my show. You're like, wow, we got one for you, Joe. And it's like, oh no,
You can't count that one.
He's like, no, do I really have to do it? I'm not going on that show again. Very unprofessional.
I said yes immediately when they mentioned your name.
Oh, good. Well, so the book that you wrote, what year was that? Like 4 years, 5 years ago?
God, I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago. It came out anyway, yeah.
20 cannabis years ago.
Brave New Weed. I know it took a while. I'm sure it didn't write it overnight. So
Didn't write overnight, that one, no.
put it out about 4 years ago, I believe, and that's probably when we had you on, somewhere around then. And it was your journey into cannabis you had a little background, right? Like you smoked weed, obviously, before. But
I had a big smoking background, but I had no science background or no cultural background,
Right.
You were my cultural entry point, Adam.
There you go. Which
You were
not
my
much.
first dad. You took my,
Your MTI
you took my
cracking
dad
up.
virginity, man.
I
You took it away.
Oh, I know.
You
I did.
did.
I was there.
You were
pop-
there.
You
We
popped
did it
your,
together.
Your Cannacherry.
I totally did.
Oof.
Well,
He really did.
I heard the story. I won't. You should tell it.
Well, no. Well, here. I mean, before you tell it, the reason that we even met in the beginning, which I think was, and now I love the fact that you are still involved and you're really like, actually, you're doing a much more professional podcast with a real.
Here comes the ding.
Yeah, no, he's a real journalistic eye, and he's got a way of, he pulls things out of people that I would never do because I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just fucking up here, wing-dinging it every time. But I do know that I was.
Mark, can you isolate wing dinging it, please?
I do remember when you came for the first time to the Hood Lab, which was the second one we had, our second version, and it was pretty awesome because we had the green room at the time, and the famous green room, and it was just like I had Dredd and I had James was there and Dredd and all those guys, and I was just like, oh, don't worry, this is a friend of mine. He's just going to be sitting over here taking notes. You know what I mean? And it was just like, okay. And so from a stoner's point of view, it's always like super sus. So of course it got like funny vibe-wise because people go, like Derek would come and go, who the fuck is that? And I go,
fuck is that?
And Derek's like, what's going on? The guy's in there taking notes. And I'm like, don't worry about it.
Shoes,
He's writing a
man. Look at
book.
his
He's
shoes.
writing a
He's
book.
a fucking cop.
He's writing a book. And so when he came out, it was awesome to see those details, because that's the best part about having somebody write a real book is that it's there forever, you know what I mean? And so when people actually look back and because that place is gone, you know what I mean? And it'll never be back, that Hood Lab space that we had. So just having you document it was awesome, So tell me how that whole book started and when you got to me and what the deal was.
It started shortly before I met you because we met in Amsterdam, right? We met at that pretty bad High Times 25th anniversary cup, remember?
Pretty bad? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It really was terrible. And I had a really bad time because, I was walking around taking notes. I didn't have a beard. And everybody thought I was a narc.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Remember?
Yeah.
2 out of 3.
Do I remember? Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And I said to Adam, you said to me at the last day, how's it going? And I said, I think this is terrible, man. And he said, yeah, the lights are going off in Amsterdam. You better come to Denver. I'm going to show you what's going on. And I thought, yeah, he might answer my emails once. And he did.
Yeah.
And you did. And I showed up. And the rest was history, man. You were the beginning in a way.
Oh, that's so cool that you get a nickel from every sale of a book of his.
more than a nickel, dude. I'm coming in hard now. I'm coming in hard. I'm getting all this stuff on tape so we can go to our lawyer right after the show.
There's so much money to be made in books.
Oh, yeah.
I advise you all to write one and, write your way to riches.
Right? One penny at a time. One penny.
Yeah.
You'd be like, one shiny
word at
penny.
a
One
time.
shiny penny.
The unfortunate thing is it's probably less than a penny.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is 1/10 of one penny. Exactly. No, it's
fucking Jeff Bezos.
But again, it's like usually.
Come on! I got
it's not money.
HarperCollins. I got HarperCollins to pay me to go around the world to find out what weed is. Okay,
That's a good part.
Deal.
so that was a good part.
Yeah.
How about book 2?
get paid up front? Get paid up front like that. That's
I
always
think
good.
book 2 is going to be called Dangerous Plants.
Oh, then cannabis won't be mentioned in it at all.
Exactly. Although some people think it's dangerous, don't they?
No.
They
you
keep
experienced any-
they keep trying. So
Have you experienced any dangerous plants lately, Adam?
dangerous plants.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, I think danger. It depends on your idea, I guess.
Well, I'm ironically dangerous, right?
Right, and you have to get fungi in there if you really want to get to the
Definitely.
to the heart of it all, because that's probably what most people are thinking. Other than plants, they are different. You're definitely going on the same. What I'm trying to now I'm blanking on the name of the author that.
Wolf Siegel.
No, not Wolf.
Which
Siegel.
author? Which author? Which one? Michael Pollan.
Michael Pollan. I said you're kind of on the same path as him right now, which is cannabis, and then all of a sudden there's a whole other world out there.
There are.
What's your style? What are you going to do? Focus on.
I haven't figured it out yet. I'm just sort of noodling it right now. So you might be seeing me in the near future again.
Oh no, you should. You should come out to. There's a lot of that. I mean, we actually have a new spot out in Moffett, Colorado, which is in the San Luis Valley, and you're kind of in the zone there because it's all Hopi Indian, and you have a definite connection there to some.
What are you growing?
We're not growing anything. I'm just saying I can lead you in the right direction for some ethnobotanical sort of adventures.
Would love to see that.
Some adventures, let's say, and also just I think the whole world is waking up to that, so that's a great angle because. We are finally seeing plant medicine become front and center in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I think it's super interesting. I think everybody's really interested in it. Like weed, I don't think that many people know that much about it. Like, I don't know. There's a lot to look at, I think.
Well, I think what's interesting is that when I was younger and I used to read all these things about cannabis, it was always talking about the medical benefits. And because none of us used it medically, right? We all just got high and didn't. Yeah. None of us really. It didn't resonate as much as it does now. Like now, it's like, yeah, of course we knew that, but none of us were like, "Hey, Grandma, you should probably use some cannabis to help out your."
I'm using this medicinally too, Grandma.
Yeah. It was just kind of a sort of like, it was used medically, but it didn't seem like it had the same effect as it did. It was just weird. Like, and now all of a sudden, of course, it is. Yes. Now that we all can call it medicine and we actually, address it that way. And it's getting cheap enough that you can use it that way, whereas before it was like absolutely, every drop counted, you know what I mean? So you couldn't really think of it as medicine. Now you can actually, you hopefully grow it yourself, have enough of it to give around to your friends, people who need it. And then, for the most part, it's definitely more accessible than ever.
I would say so.
So since you started your podcast, I mean, you've had a lot of cool guests. I've noticed. I've been keeping up, and you've.
Thank you, Adam.
And it's funny because you did a Delta 8 show just about 3-4 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, with a chemist, and I need to learn more about it. Really, I was interested in what you guys were saying. Who's Dr. Mark?
Dr. Mark Scaldone. He's a regular on the show and definitely
a passionate speaker on this topic.
Yeah, chemist. A very, very well-rounded chemist.
Former DuPont chemist, involved in a lot of stuff that, he's totally, listen, he's a deadhead, so he's making it all right now by doing his best. He has a patent on Delta 10 hydrocannabinol.
Oh, wow.
He created that cannabinoid. And he's really, really smart. And so Well, I'm wondering, since if you did a Delta 8 show 3 weeks ago and we had Dr. Mark on, are you booked to be on Danny Danko's podcast in the next few weeks?
No.
Get ready for a call from his publicist.
I'm just learning about Delta 8, and I haven't had like a great experience with it so far, so I'm a little skeptical. Have you guys even had a good experience with it?
Mark took it.
Mark loves it. He boofs it. Mark boofs it regularly.
Oh,
Come on.
damn.
He's standing up right now to let it dribble down or something. I don't know what he's doing. What's he doing? What are you doing?
He's stretching. He's
Down my leg now.
Oh.
But, it gets all hard, so it's all weird.
Oh. It would be good. Yeah, maybe it was really boofable because it gets hard again. That might be cool.
Yeah, man.
Yow. Wow.
Oh.
Anyways,
Yowzers.
no, I ate like a 500 milligram edible of it, and then I dabbed it for a little bit. But every time I dabbed it, it really hurt to do it. So I was like, stopped.
I mean, it's not. It
Yeah.
doesn't scream. I want to smoke this. When you just smell it, you're like, oh, what's that? It smells weird. And then when you smoke it, it's like, ooh, that tastes weird too. So
It tastes like lacquer or something like that.
tasting
it's, like,
weird,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
smelling weird is never a good start.
Little
I'm
carboxylate.
sure the guy that created it or the company that created it in their
Not Dr. Mark
RV
with
in
a
the
K.
in the desert somewhere took the most utmost precautions of safety and making sure that they didn't do anything wrong, and they made sure everyone was safe, and then they had it lab tested and doctor approved, and they're certainly not in it for the money. That's why I have the issue with Delta 8 right now. It's just the type of person that's swinging it. So it's tough to look past that right now. I just want to deal with, argue that one.
And because you're in New York now, still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're in the heart. I see. It's funny because you started off having to search the world for cannabis, and now you're in.
And now I'm going to be in the heart of it, remember?
Literally in the heart of it, right? And
There we go.
Exactly. And so it's perfect. It's like you did your homework at the right time. You've seen it all develop in these other places. You've seen all the lame ideas that people come up with. But isn't it funny how New York really fucking turned it around, where at first they had the worst rules ever and it didn't make any sense. And then all of a sudden, right up when they decide to go for it, they come up with some of the best rules.
Really amazing, right?
Yeah, all it took were
everybody-
6 sexual harassment charges against the governor, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'm legalizing weed, 10 pounds for everybody, home grow,
Whatever.
dispensaries, whatever you want. Just forget I did that."
Yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. No, New York came out with the best law. Everybody says it's the best law in the whole country. So that's what,
It is.
let's see what happens.
It is, and I mean, the one part I'd have to say is, I'd be surprised if it doesn't get rolled back faster than any other state too, just because it's like, here had the same issues with plant count and with home grows and with people, because the thing is, everyone's hustling in New York, right? So the minute that they're got a pound of weed that they grew themselves, it's getting sold. You know what I mean?
It's going to move.
It's not going to just get. Some will be gifted, and some will go to grandma, and some will go to here. But it's mostly going to get turned into cash. But it's perfect for this. It's what they need right now, and all the people that are taking advantage of it now are smart, because I don't think it's going to last. I think it's going to hang in there, guys. It'll last about 6 months, and then it's going to be definitely the next session. It'll be like, wait a minute. Hopefully they'll keep the home growing in general, but as far as like the extended amounts and things like that, they're going to get a little weird, because Colorado's going the opposite. Colorado's talking about.
That's what we should focus. That would be a great topic that if you wanted to go in depth on,
Have you talked
interview Adam.
What do you mean it's going the opposite? Tell me.
We suck.
So Colorado has decided that it, for some reason, high potency cannabis, meaning dabs, are ruining the youth. Like,
They're dangerous for the babies.
they're the most dangerous thing ever, and it's like they're going total reefer madness on it.
Really?
And they just had a session where they came out and said that their suggestions, which I think are going to get knocked down, are that.
But is that okay to just say we think it's going to get knocked down? It's the fact that they 15-0 approved that we used to be able to buy 4 grams in one jar.
And they want it now to be broken down into tenths of a gram.
Really? What? Wait a second. Isn't our friend working for Hickenlooper?
Hickenlooper's not the governor anymore.
No, he's gone. And
He's a senator now, right? Who's the governor?
Polis.
Jared Polis, who was supposed to
Oh,
help.
Jared Polis. That's who I meant.
Who was
Actually,
help,
that's who I meant.
Yeah, who was great. You know, I mean, he used to be at least. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, now he's just getting railroaded by people because, the idea, and it's funny because I had some country fruit from our buddies over at Green Farms.
Oh, I love that.
And I've had it for so long, and I just like last night, like, all right, I'll just smoke it because I've been saving it. And I basically it was like the perfect specimen to show them, and like throw that down on a scale, take an empty thing, put it there and show them how much an empty thing is, then take the last dab out of the dab that you can physically get out of the dab with any kind of tool possible, and then put that thing on, and I guarantee it's going to weigh more than a tenth of a gram.
Yep.
So it's like, how in the world could I ever smoke this product? Because it just wants to stick to the actual thing. You know, it's that kind of shit. So yeah, they're talking about 1/10 of a gram per, like, packaged somehow magically.
Wow.
I don't know how you would do it. And then you're going to have to get like 10 of them, and then you basically break them off or something. I don't know.
No, it's never going to happen because we know it's never meant to become law. It's put in there so that they can horse trade it as they get closer to what the actual bill will be.
Right.
And they don't pay attention to some of the important things. We have to waste our time with that. Literally 40 jars. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Because there's no smaller jar that I know of hardly. There's a couple that are out there, but I mean, it would be like, you know, you'd look like the biggest junkie ever when someone came to your house. You'd be like,
Right.
You have like 300 jars. It's like
Jars,
That's
yeah.
like 4 grams, dude. That's like I got a quarter.
Well, what did you spend money on then? If you bought this for 1/10 of a gram, really, the jar cost, packaging cost, everything.
You know, and then I thought about how concentrate kind of like dries up sometimes, you know, or like whatever, like 1/10 of a gram.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Terpenes will just...
1/10 of a gram is a rounding error for Adam.
Yeah.
That's
totally.
I tell everybody that I'm always, just maybe 1 decimal point. It might just be.
But come on, something interesting and exciting must be happening in Colorado other than that.
No, not from a
What else?
cannabis perspective.
Medical deliveries was like the coolest thing, but I mean...
Now it's going away.
COVID created a lot of what's going away. No.
They are going to do. They're trying to end medical right now.
Yeah.
They're going to. They don't.
We will go with.
It's going to be really hard for doctors in the same bill that they're talking about reducing to 1/10 of a gram. In the same bill, they're going to make it very hard for doctors to write recommendations, which effectively ends the medical law. I mean, you should be able to go into any physician and say to them, I would like to be considered for medicinal cannabis. But right now you have to go to, pot docs, doc pots, whatever you want to call it. And it should be all of them. And they should be free from DORA, getting in trouble. But it's not. We're going the other way.
It's the Amsterdam syndrome. Like they have the Amsterdam syndrome of being the first guys out of the gate. And now they want to roll it. Now they have a more Christian or a more religious person in charge.
It's not Christian. I use Christianist. Because I think a Christian has a good heart. A Christianist is someone who has to,
Well,
But who
in general,
who's sponsoring these more restrictive laws, though? I don't get it.
the big
recreational dispensaries.
big rec dispensaries,
And then packaging,
From
too.
within the cannabis space,
and packaging
huh?
companies.
Packaging companies also.
They want to get more, the greedy bastards.
Well, you think this industry is free of infighting? It was the Northern California growers who would admit it now kept legalization from California for the longest time.
So it's kind of like, it's terrible because it's Colorado's not so special as it used to be because it had this moment in the sun, just like any cannabis place that comes out as the first of anything, first medical, first recreational, whatever it is. If it's first, you get free. You get a little free boost. The problem is here, if they get too restrictive, it's like Colorado, it's like Amsterdam doing their thing with their, like, maybe we should restrict tourists. It's like the worst idea you could ever do.
Right.
Like you want to take away free money for your country with nobody ever, nobody's claiming any of that money. It's like, it's just free money, you know what I mean? And instead of that, they're like, no, let's just restrict it to Dutch guys who buy one little cheap bag a week and they're barely ever,
Yeah.
No,
it's
what
like,
will
you don't wanna do
happen
that.
is the Dutch guy will be standing outside the dispensary or the coffee shop there. And the Americans or the tourists will walk in, and he'll know what happens when they walk out all pissed off. And
Oh, they're
he'll
gonna
go,
say,
hey,
of course, it'll
I
be a
can
new
help you
business.
out.
It's a new business.
Why don't I take your money and I'll go walk in? I'll charge you a $10 walk-in fee, €10 fee.
Yeah.
And that's how it'll happen. Of
course.
It's not
No one's ever going to stop.
it's fucking
selling weed
ridiculous.
if they
No.
want. And the Dutch won't listen to the rules anyway. They'll just be like, you're local,
Fine,
yeah.
we'll go way black market then. You know.
It's all right. It's all right. But what do you think about New York for because they don't have anything opening for 2 years officially.
2
right?
years. I think it's a year or two. Yeah.
I think
So-
they're gonna figure out quickly that they need to do it a year, not 2 years, once they see how much.
That's what I'm hearing from all the people inside
All the
Albany.
homegrows.
They want to fast. They want to get it moving fast. You got to remember, like everywhere around, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Maryland, these places are all legal already. Pennsylvania, they've already got stuff going on. Well, not New Jersey yet, but it's going to happen sooner than later. Right now it's like people they drive to if you want to buy it legally, they just drive to Massachusetts and they buy it there.
And
So it's just
technically now
stupid.
with New York, you could just drive back to New York and you're legal. So what's it's like New York gets none of the tax revenue, but all of
course.
the margin for
All the packaging. You get all the packaging. Everyone brings their packaging back and fills up their little
have you
trash cans with them.
You've seen all the Instagram posts from our buddies that breed genetics down there. Everything is. I was at Joe Shanghai. I was in Flushing. I was in New York. That's where the market is right now. The home grow is going to explode. When you said 2 years, that's all I thought of.
Yeah.
Is that everyone's going to start growing at home?
grow their own.
Yeah.
And
They need some skills, though.
yeah,
Adam will teach them.
I'm gonna teach everyone.
That's what I was going to say. Adam, you've
will
got a
teach-
huge opportunity here.
I will teach them all.
If you'd like, we can have Adam at the Javits Center give a very exclusive 2,000-person seminar.
Yeah,
you
just
know.
like that really exclusive party in Las Vegas that your former guest was talking about.
That's
Yeah,
only
only
150
only-
people.
Yeah, we'll see.
We need 2,000.
2,000. 150. I
hungry
saw the
growers.
venue. He can't have more than that. I mean, it's a beautiful mansion, but it's he can't have
You
more
don't
than
want.
that.
You don't want.
He
you
doesn't
wanna
want it.
Keep it nice and tight.
It's industry
So yeah, but I
peeps.
mean, I think it's great though to have. I mean, a year is probably what's going to happen just because they're going to see the money side of it. 2 years is like a dream, dude. That's like all my friends pretty much were just like ready to fucking. They were all ordering tents and lights, and it's just pretty much like, oh, we're going for it. You know what I mean? Which they should. Because again, like they're gonna have this little window of opportunity, that's gonna probably close up. Hopefully, then the home growing still happens, all that. So you didn't your investments will be well, it will definitely get your return on them. So, what's your favorite guest you've had besides me, of course?
I haven't had you on, as a matter of fact. I really
What?
liked.
I thought you did.
I like Carl Hart.
I thought we went on.
Have you met Carl? Have you met Carl? Maybe you went on in your mind.
I did. I think we had a
You
whole-
haven't been on you haven't been on in reality. But have you met Carl Hart, or have you listened to Carl Hart?
How about you, Dave?
No.
He's this really interesting guy because first of all, he's a man of color. Secondly, he's a professor at Columbia University. Third, he wrote a book called Drug Use for Grown-Ups, coming out as a user of all substances and basically making the case for the legalization of all substances. So
Nice.
he's not afraid of controversy, I gotta say, and he's full of passion, and he makes the case.
Yeah.
And it's not something I'm unsympathetic to. I'm completely sympathetic to it. But it's rare that you see somebody who's teaching at Ivy League University come out and tell you that he smokes crack and has done amphetamines
Wow.
and
You didn't see
uses
the
heroin and is not an addict. And
Damn,
this is,
we need to get this guy on the show.
Damn.
he's super popular right now. I mean, it's very controversial stuff.
Uses heroin, but is not an addict.
Not an addict. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know what? There's lots of people who are functioning heroin users, right?
Well, I mean, it definitely was the kind of thing that if you had enough money and you could take care of yourself and you could afford your gear, it actually kind of pickled people. There was people I knew that were like amazing. Like they were like, "How old are you?" Like, holy shit, dude.
Think of all
Like,
the money you save in toilet paper.
And the thing is, it's like your body's all busy with the fucking dealing with that and kind of keeping that in check, that everything else just kind of goes on hold. Including taking a crap. Pretty much, like I haven't taken a crap in 7 years. It's like wow, amazing. You know, like you look great for a guy who hasn't crapped in 7 years. But
I just don't feel the need.
You guys are rough. We didn't talk about his pooping schedule as a
no,
result of that.
I would have at least delved into that. I've been like, so how often?
You would have, right? You know, I don't know. I thought
You
there
don't
might have
cover
been a
pooping
few
on your
other
podcast?
things to talk about. Say it again.
You don't cover pooping on your podcast?
I got that one. That's going to be the special next year. Next year, I got a whole special sequence on that one.
Good.
But I like that. I also had the girls from Double Blind. Have you seen Double Blind?
Dude,
No.
we don't watch
magazine
anything. We
about-
don't watch anything,
like,
dude. We were like the
No,
worst.
magazine about psychedelics.
Oh, I like.
They're
We like.
producing it out of LA, New York.
Can you send us their number? We'll have them on.
Yeah, we're taking all your guests.
Yeah.
Like, this is great.
Okay.
See, that's why I
Who
asked
do you plan on
This is why I
having?
asked you. I got somebody's already checking in. We're like, steal all his guests and talk about yourself. On
Don't
the
worry,
show.
I'm too lazy to be doing that right now.
No, don't worry.
There's no one
What?
doing that.
Too lazy. You're lucky.
Mark.
You're lucky. My crew is too lazy to.
Well, we have a whole bunch of interns in the back. One of them,
Monkeys.
I'm sure, is on it right now.
20 monkeys banging on.
You guys
keyboard.
have interns?
Oh, you're going to really call me on that? Come on. I
Well,
had
you know-
everybody going. They thought we had 20 people in the
We
back. and
do
now
though.
you-
We have KTI because all
Right.
my interns are called I at the end. So I
TI.
have MTI.
The intern.
Yeah, the intern. So it's MTI, KTI. We had a
I for intern.
We had a JTI for a minute, didn't we? Like last week or
For
something.
like a second, right? Or wait. No, that was the camera guy in Miami, right? Or something like that.
Anyway, anytime someone jumps on board, they are a TI. So you need more TIs. How many you got? What's your deal? How many TIs you got? How many you got? Oh, this is a straight up competition.
Call us out, will you?
How's your
Adam, what about the gallery? Is it still there?
No. Oh, look at
That
him.
went
Change
away.
the topic.
It went bye-bye.
He's jabbing at me low. He's like, "What about your gallery, buddy? How's
Come
that
on,
going?"
tell me. That was a
No.
nice
Why don't you
space.
ask him about
That
his
was a
clothing
nice-
company? Why don't you?
No, it was unfortunately it was really expensive. So it was like $5,600 a month. So when we were
That's a lot.
When we were doing good, it was great. And then when we were like not having a show for like every single hour of the hour, then it was like, oh shit, who's paying for that? You know, so it got a little
Right.
expensive. And then we were just lucky because we pulled out on our own accord. We didn't like wait for a fucking disaster to come around and make us close because that happened to a lot of other. It would have happened anyway. And I mean, it was one of those like, yep, we were smart enough to get out when we did. But also, Colorado's really hard to sell art. Is like, and it's hard to sell glass because everybody, when we were selling glass, everybody had glass, wanted glass, lots of shows, and then I think Bitcoin is what I'm going to blame. But I think basically all the kids that were investing in glass realized they can make more money on Bitcoin with this, and they all just dumped their money and kind of got out of the game because we had this like weird influx of kids all around the same age. Definitely all kids, like 21-year-olds. I was going to say
With a lot of money.
with a lot of money, but with like dad's credit card, buying everything kind of deal. It was like that kind of Trustafarian mentality. But you definitely had this like whole crew of people that were buying up lots and lots of glass, and all they really were doing was holding money with it, So it was all like they do a crop and they take their crop cash and buy a bunch of glass and then invest in the glass. That way they could sit on the glass and not, and not have to fucking pay anything on it. It was just kind of like a little hustle. And that hustle went away quick. So we had this little moment in the sun where it was like, holy shit, there's kids outside lined up. You know what I mean? It was like we had like a sneaker show or something where there was like 8 a.m. people were lining up to come to our glass show at night. So it was like, okay, this is good. And then a month later, it was like ghost town. You know what I mean? So it really, that industry is tough again. But it'll come up again now that everybody's opening up and spending their money on stupid shit again.
As every new state comes on, there's a potential for the resurgence in high-priced glass, depending on how pricey their oil is.
Glass is just one.
There used to be this unbelievable gallery across the street from, what was it? Whose shop was it? It was on the main road. God, I can't remember the name of it.
Oh,
But it
you
was
mean
just
Illusions,
incredible.
Illusions here in Colorado.
Actually, yeah, Illusion Glass, exactly.
See how easy that was. On the main road, meaning definitely on Broadway, right? Or something
On
like that.
Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down on
Yeah, yeah,
Broadway.
yeah.
So Illusions has
All right,
some
so if
awesome
you don't,
glass.
wait, I have a question. If you
Yeah.
don't have a gallery, and I presume you're not doing hemp clothes anymore, right?
Not for the moment, no, because that's another whole story. But
So other than podcasting, what's going on? Tell me.
we're doing our podcast once a month from a new spot called Area 420, which is pretty much going to be our future everything endeavor. So it's a cannabis city being created in the San Luis Valley. So if you can imagine, and it's already.
What do you mean a cannabis city?
Well, it's a small footprint, maybe 420 acres, but it's still a 420 acre like behemoth of grows, just like all grows, all rec or med, and licensed and broken down, and everybody's working kind of to get. It's a bit of a communal grow, which is like, I mean, everybody has their own grow, but you're in a community, which is rare. So
Wow, that's great.
So we're doing that right now, and for the next who knows foreseeable future, but it's in a beautiful spot. So we do that once a month out of there. We have a studio that they built for us in the train car, which is really nice, and it's got surrounded by mountains, and sounds like you're coming soon anyway. So we'll be hanging out in the studio, you and I, and you'll be like, okay,
Wow.
I get it now. I see what you mean, cannabis city in the desert. So it's kind of like Vegas when like in Casino, when the guy was standing there looking at the desert going, you see it right here, and the guy's
It's
like,
going to be amazing.
I don't see what you're
What?
what do you see? I don't see it. You know, and it's like, no, it's right here. That's pretty
right
much,
here.
but we're past that stage. The guy who started it, he's got his vision, and it's already rocking, and we're just there to help facilitate and help him promote it and make it cool. And I think we're going
Wow,
to
it's amazing.
And we
Tell me
got-
the name of it again.
Area 420.
You look up
Area
Colorado
420.
Area 420.com.
There you go.
That's great.
And so after phase 2 is complete out there, they will have, it's like 40% of the licenses.
Over, like 40, at the moment 46, but
Yeah.
yeah, somewhere around 40% of the licenses will all be on that one property.
Wow.
So
In the state.
in the whole state, yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
So
That's a big deal.
Yeah,
That
so
is
if
a big deal,
If
huh?
you know any
is.
hotel developers or restaurant developers or anybody like that,
as long as it's
meetings.
not a bagel guy, because you'll be competing directly
No,
with
let
Dave.
them, please.
Dave.
I would love not to have to make them out of my own kitchen.
Dave
So anybody like that, we'd love to
Wait,
get
are
the
you
word
really a
out.
bagel? Are you really a bagel maker?
He's
is.
the bagel master.
He's a master, dude.
The bagel
bagel.
meister.
Go get one. Go get one. Show him his work.
Oh boy.
Go show him the work.
No, you know
I mean,
how everybody
it's
talked
gonna look
about
like a bagel.
during
But you're going
COVID?
to see the quality. You're going to be like, that's a quality.
I'm gonna see the quality. You gotta. It's the feel. You gotta taste the
No,
quality.
you're definitely an avid bagel guy. I can already tell. So you're going to look at it and go,
Yeah,
hell
but
yeah!
he's in New York City.
Hell
He can
yeah.
go to Tal or Essa or something like that and
Yeah,
eat good
I can find a
bagels.
bagel.
Yeah.
I can find a
No
bagel.
way.
Yeah.
Not
No,
because-
I try. I take pride in my bagels.
It's a no. Oh, look at that! He pulled out everything. Not fucking around.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Yes, and everything bagel.
And everything.
Congratulations.
Oh, and
you.
everything hand. I see everything hand.
And a very overexposed hand. Yeah.
Overexposed
Right.
bagels. That's what we do around here.
They taste good. Listen, I'd rather have a New York bagel, but we don't
So,
have access to
so
them.
that's what's going on this side, and we're still just doing our thing here. This is actually the best. I mean, as you know, doing your own podcast, isn't it nice to have that? Obviously you get a good audience, right? But at the same time, you also got a platform, and you got a way to communicate. Because nowadays shit's getting weird. I'm sure what's your, besides cannabis, what's your other your other focuses? If you're the guest.
Well, I work a lot in the medical cannabis education world, right? Trying to educate people about how to use this thing. Because, I'm of a certain age, and we all have this pain and stress and sleep story that we have to address. So I think it's really important, that I'm able to bring the word to people who don't know that. There's still so many people who don't know stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still so much misinformation and confusion. It's amazing to me. You guys probably don't really acknowledge all that, or you're past it all because of the world you live in, right?
We sit and laugh. We laugh and we point. No, we don't. We say ha
ridicule.
ha.
Look at that
They
guy.
don't know. Ha ha. No, we don't.
Ha ha ha! They don't know.
They don't know. No, it is like the deal I always say is it's kind of like watching the same thing kind of repeat itself if you can that you should be able to figure out a pattern at that point, right? So with cannabis, it's pretty much the same deal every time, like we was saying the other day, like to the guys, again, another conversation that cultivated with these guys, Cultivated Biologics. It was like the cannabis industry is like so quickly predictable. Like if a new state comes in line, they go rec or whatever, everyone's happy until they get the first receipt, right? And then they're like, look at the receipt and they go, fuck me, $42 in taxes, bro. And then they realize the reality of what they just signed up for, and then they hate it. And then they hate it. So it's like it's over. It takes like literally that one purchase. Like everyone gets the first one. If you're a weed person, if you're not a weed person,
you didn't know any better.
You didn't know any better anyway.
You don't know any different. Yeah.
But if you've been buying weed your whole life off your friends or off, somebody off the street or whatever, and now you go and you buy it your first time and you're like, how much do these guys take? Like,
what is the true price of a $25 eighth? Well, it's really $47.50.
Exactly. So you're like, that ain't the math. All of a sudden, everyone figures it out, and usually lasts about a day now. But yeah, besides cannabis, what's I know you said you're doing medical. Obviously, that's still cannabis. But what else are you doing?
A lot of that stuff, yeah.
Nothing else. Nothing. You're just
thinking about the. Well, I'm pretty immersed, yeah. But I'm thinking about the next book. If I'm going to spend a couple of years working on it, I gotta get excited about it.
Well, you should. Are you gonna? So your focus will be like different sort of ethnobotanical things, ayahuasca, things like that.
Just looking at it, yeah. I've been doing some journeys and sort of expanding my knowledge. Using my body as a lab, obviously, and
all right, well, that's awesome.
And trying to understand how it all happened, and how did all these crazy stories get told around all this stuff, right?
Well,
I just read an amazing book, actually, called The Immortality Key. Have you heard of this book?
No, tell me about it.
Written by a guy who's a lawyer, spent 12 years researching the connection between psilocybin and the communion sacrament that the Catholics, having been raised as a Catholic, what they use is communion. And his thesis was that it was originally a psychedelic mushroom or psychedelic, wine, quote unquote wine, that was brewed from all sorts of different herbs that they used sacramentally and ceremoniously. And his research was incredible. It's a really, really interesting book, especially if you've ever, if you've been raised Catholic and all that stuff sort of goes over your head and doesn't really speak to you at all. Like, how did all this happen? It's a very interesting explanation of how, through time, where it started, and maybe it did start with psychedelic mushrooms. There's a lot of evidence for it.
I mean, it only makes sense. I mean, the idea of it's pretty well confirmed. That the whole Santa Claus story was just based on mushrooms, which makes sense because you got Santa looking like a mushroom. He's got red and white with spots.
Red
basically.
and white.
They grow in rings around pine trees naturally. So, if you're going to tell stories around your kids and you're out there like, hey, we went out and tripped balls, basically. So you're like, hey, kids, yeah, we saw fairies and we had and we were out and we had
some guy sliding down a chimney with a whole bunch of presents for you.
Well, and all the stories make a lot of sense. And so it was kind of like, that's pretty. I mean, Jack Hare was all about that. Like when I was hanging out with him in the early 90s, he was already like, that was his big, at that point it was like it wasn't maybe his realization, but it was like he was really on that tip.
You go back 5,000 years, some guy walked down off of Mount Sinai and he told this story about a bush burning, and they went, yeah, Moses, you were eating those mushrooms again, weren't you?
I think almost most of the religious experiences were based on some sort of psychedelic or experience.
It seems, it really seems the case. But if you're not thinking about it, it also just draws together a whole bunch of strings that are loose out there, right? Like, how did this idea of communion come around? Or, what's this idea of the body of Christ and you're going to eat it and this is supposed to be some sort of spiritual experience, which if you've been raised Catholic, you pretty much know it isn't.
But what's weird, what is strange is that there is those times when you're tripping and without you being religious in any way, shape, or form, you get pulled into that sort of visual spectrum where you're like, holy shit is religious right now. Like to the point where like you look at your
Absolutely.
friend and he looks like he's got extra, like he's got a huge beard, but he doesn't really have one. And you're getting to this zone where, like, I've had moments where I've been like surrounded by people and all of a sudden they kind of go into like this phase where you're like two-dimensional and you're all, oh no, it's getting kind of weird. And if you have that God moment, which happens plenty of people, and if you're puddle yourself at a show or you do something along those lines, there's usually some religious tweak at some point, because people it's somewhere in our DNA that it's, and I think it's a lot of it's the Mandelas and things like that, like where you have like, you look at religious stuff, it's always based on some hypnotic effect or something. Like, if you look at the old stuff, it always had something to draw you in, and you're like, ooh, that's pretty trippy right there, now. And when you are tripping, you're like, oh yeah, they knew it was up.
Well, you just brought up a
What
great
I
point.
loved was also he came up with this this research that showed that a lot of the brews that were made were, of course, made by women, right? They were the keepers of the formulas, basically. And so, how did the idea of witches and witch hunts come around? And he actually ties it into the Catholic Church, because there's the patriarchy. It doesn't want women having its secrets, right? Right. And here they are, like, they came up with this idea of witches. What do? They burn them at the stake to stop them from making their brews and their sacraments. Which again is, there's some really amazing evidence that he presents.
That sounds.
Anyhow, really,
I know it sounds awesome, and it totally makes sense, because we're at that point now where we've lost tons of knowledge along the way because of that. Like now we're trying to there's some threads of things that are out there, but I'm sure we lost a fucking huge chunk of whatever was really available. And
tons.
And we also lost the plants that are involved. We lost a lot of things. So we're getting a smattering of like the magic that was available at one point.
The way you describe having that God moment is like that moment that we've all had when we had a tripping buddy who gets to that point and then everything comes out of them. And it's not a very big leap to say, you know what? That's a really good therapeutic place for you to be if you had a spiritual guide or a therapeutic guide with you.
But instead you have 5 friends that are going, dude, are you boxed in? Do you feel like you stretched? And you're like, oh, mommy. You know what I mean? So that's the problem, is we've all been like hanging out with the wrong friends while we're tripping, especially when you're young and you're starting off. So people don't think of it spiritual enough, and they don't. But if you do that, but as adults, though, for sure, you get way more out of one session with psychedelics of any type, really, than you will with fucking hundreds of hours of therapy, because it's that shortcut which is important, and it makes it a lot easier. It's like, okay, and
I agree with you. I think it helps to do it as an adult. I gotta say, like, you have more context, you have more perspective, you know more. It's more interesting, probably.
It's funny how much more nerve-wracking it is, though, as an adult compared to as a kid. Like, when you're just like, whatever.
You don't know what you don't know.
And now all of a sudden you're like, I gotta talk to Cece about taxes tonight. I probably shouldn't think about this or tomorrow. Like, it's already like you're thinking too far into your brain about stuff, and that makes it hard to even just do the trip possible anyway. So you're like, you got to really plan everything. You're like, I can't do that. Nope, kids are going to be around.
Now you can see why it would be great to use in a therapeutic setting, because it's there. It's right on your, the tip of your brain, ready to go. You're not you don't have to think about anything else. And you're not filtering yourself.
I've done some interesting things with guides and therapists, and it's actually great because you can really relax, and they're in charge.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about your taxes. You don't have to worry about driving home.
Exactly.
You don't have to worry about anything.
No, exactly. Guided things are way more beneficial for people in the long run too. It's just, it's tough for for people who have been around a long time, because they're always just like, I don't need no freaking guy. It's like not having a roadmap. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need no map. I know where I'm going, and then you get like totally lost. And if you didn't have a phone, you would have been totally lost. Like, there's no way you would have made
Such a macho, such a macho attitude about
people
this
have
sort of
that with
stuff.
psychedelics too, where they think they're good, and then all of a sudden they're like in the corner. And you're like, what happened to him? And you're like,
He
holy
lost his face, man, somewhere back at the end of the first set.
So, in general, it's like always set and setting, obviously, is the most important thing. That's pretty much what comes out of every psychedelic discussion with anybody who's not been through anything before. It's just like, dude, get the right, not the guys boxing you in, not that thing. Don't don't make sure your kids don't arrive home from school while you're in the middle of it all. Like,
He should have Dr. Mark on his show, Dr. Mark Bronstein.
Yeah, we have a doctor who, Dr. Mark with a K, we call him. He's a ketamine therapist. And
He is a psychedelic therapist who
psychedelic
utilizes
therapist, yeah.
cannabis
I knew I'd get it wrong.
and ketamine right now. But when other psychedelics are legally available for him to recommend, he'll incorporate that too. So he has a practice out of Durango, and they are operating Colorado, New Mexico, California, Oregon. Is it possible Washington?
Oh, I'd love to have him on, actually. What's his last name again?
Bronstein. I'll send you his contact info after the show.
Oh, that would be great. That would be great. Yeah.
Super good guest.
In the last 3 weeks, 4 people have called me up and said, hey, I think I'm going to quit my job and become a psychedelic therapist. Who should I talk to? It's like, you're asking me. But it's so interesting that there's such an energy here now. Like all these
Don't
people.
tell him that. Don't tell him that. Be like,
yeah,
what?
you know what? I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to become a doctor tomorrow too. Yeah.
He's
no
a real, 'cause
problem.
he's a real doctor.
He's a DO. He's a DO. He's a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And he's just great. I mean, I met him in Malta, of all places, listening.
Did you go
him
to that
speak.
conference in Malta a couple of years ago? Is that
Yeah.
where you met him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was something
Were you
else.
there? Were you there?
Were you there too?
They kept calling and saying, will you come and podcast? And we said, yeah, we'll come. Give us some information. Tell us. And they just flaked, really.
I have a call next week with Eamon, so I'll bring that up and have him reach out to you.
Yeah, I thought it would be great to
He'll get people executed for you.
No, what?
I will have the entire staff executed in Malta for you for not letting you come through.
But was it
a
a good conference? Did you like it?
It was amazing. It was really seeing how closed the European markets are, how the UK is using novel foods to prevent CBD from coming on the market.
It's unbelievable, right? I know.
We think we have restrictions here in the U.S. You don't know the half of it. So for people like us who can help bridge the gap, and what I mean is give them a 10-year head start, they've sort of turned every smart American cannabis consultant into the guy you need to talk to or the girl you need to talk to get the job done, right? Because when it finally happens, it's gonna be quick, just like everything else in the speed of cannabis. But I still keep in touch with so many of the people out there, especially the guy who runs the Conscious Fund, Henri.
Oh, I'm interviewing him next week, Henri.
Yeah, he's my buddy.
Yeah.
You tell him I said hi.
I will.
Listen, the man's brilliant. Refurbished in a castle on Malta. Listen, he's a good guy. He has a lot of money and is fun. But Dr. Mark is the guy you want to have on your show because I can't say enough about him. If you need a med card, he's your guy. And if you need to get over some deep-rooted trauma, he's your guy.
I'd love to talk to him. That would be great. Thanks for the intro. I'll thank you in advance for it. But yeah, I'm interested in the Conscious Fund and how they're in. I was reading about psychedelic therapy, and who's investing in it a lot?
Smart people.
Amazon
comes from Canada. Because most of the companies are based in Canada because their laws allow them. Not Molson, mining.
Real mining,
like extraction, like mining executives, because the mining business in Canada sort of dried up.
Yeah.
And they have all this money left, and also left over from things like fracking, all this filthy money, right? And what are they doing? They're investing in what they think is the next boom, the shroom boom. And that's what I'm calling it anyway. The shroom boom. Yeah, I think, you know.
Said here live. By
Said here live. First
Joe
time
Dolce.
ever.
Joe
Denver,
Dolce.
get it.
Get it.
Well,
get
you
it.
know.
It's out there. It's already trademarked. People are doing
Puts
it.
a few words together here and there. But anyway, that's so interesting, isn't it? Like all these guys with money. And so what are they going to do to psychedelics is the question.
They're going to invest heavily in it.
Yeah. How commercialized is it going to get? You know, all those other questions, right?
Yeah.
It's quite interesting.
It's one of those things, though. It's funny because, like, everybody's 90% of the, like, 95% of the customers, or maybe even more, will be microdosing, right? Because that's pretty much that's what it's all about. So people are going to overproduce as fast as you could possibly do. It's like within 3 months, they'll have enough for the next 8 years. You know what I mean? Because of the fact that the dosage that people are like, when you actually look at how much might be in a whole package of pills would be like a gram if you're lucky. You know what I mean? Like three quarters of a gram, and they can grow pounds in like days. You know,
but
like
the research
grows quickly.
and
Stuff grows so fast.
so I feel like there's going to be this thing where it's like people are going to have a hard, like kind of like CBD, where everybody produced it and then they were like, what do I do with it? And I was like, dude, I don't know. We made way too much. We got like so much of it.
Ooh, I think there's going to be a lot of uses.
yeah, that's what I think the research will come out.
There will be, but I'm just wondering how quickly we can paint ourselves in the corner on that one, where it's like, okay, so way too many people invested, expected huge returns, and it's like, you know, the only thing you can do every day is microdose. You can not macrodose every day, obviously, and most people pretty much every 6 months they'll do it. You know what I mean? Because they're kind of like, if they have a good one, they're like, I'm good for the next 6 months or so. Or,
it's a good point. Yeah. So you think supply is going to outstrip demand pretty quickly, huh?
Yeah, luckily it's going to probably go global soon, so people are just going to have to create really good brands to produce enough product to have like tons on the shelf, because it's pretty stable. That's also good about it. It's not like cannabis where you can kind of like, you have to turn it into something that's stable to sit on the shelf, and if it's too sell, you're fucked. And so with
what about didn't Denver just pass a psychedelic?
It's a more of a lean. It's kind of like Dutch style, where it's like
the lowest priority.
Decriminalized, lowest priority. Will not spend any money on it. Will not follow through on it, kind of thing. But you definitely are not able to sell it or do any kind of thing like that. So it's
one county away, you'll go to jail.
Yeah, exactly. It's only Denver, which kind of sucks too. So it's like it needs to be all of Colorado to make it even make kind of sense, because then you can go to Red Rocks or go to somewhere else and not feel like, oh, dude, that's not here. You know, that's
Red Rocks is technically Denver, I guess.
Okay, maybe Red Rocks.
Well, I mean,
there you go.
Some other spot will be like, but we're driving and you went to Morrison and now you're out, or whatever.
I understand what you're saying.
So it's it needs to be a whole state, which would make sense. Oregon's gone pretty cool. I mean, there's Washington, Oregon, other places, and those places have mushrooms like growing right there.
Like they are really growing under every tree. I know.
So that's the place to go for that. Obviously, I mean, you don't. Well,
you're a geneticist and a breeder going back 30 years. So couldn't there be someone who could make a targeted medicinal mushroom that, you know, because I'm discovering it right now. We were talking about this. You know, listen, dementia runs in my family, and the last thing I want to do. I've been eating a lot of it, but I'd like to cultivate it at home. Is there can you now cross mushrooms to work on making something a little bit more potent?
That's the crazy part is, and I've not really delved in it myself, just because I know the struggle's real in the beginning, and then you get to a point where you're comfortable. So I was like, I got no time for that, because I'm cross-contaminating anyway if I'm going to be doing both things. And so, but in general, yes, you can, and that's what's so interesting, is that we haven't even begun to see how the mushroom game is going to change. It's going to be like pretty amazing, but I also will get quickly because of the fact that a lot of it's just going to be turned into these pills, and then that means there's going to be a lot of people who are just not really mushroom people that are just investing in this widget, which is a box of pills that goes out to do, and it's everywhere, and it'll be sold in every TJ Maxx and those little fucking.
I can't see it. You know, that's where I can't. My imagination doesn't let me go there. Seeing it sold in TJ Maxx, you know, that kind of thing.
I think it will at some point.
I can't quite imagine
the microdoses, not macro doses, obviously, but microdoses, because really, like when
they sell 5-hour energy there,
because they don't have any. They don't have any effect, even if you ate like 30 of them, because the ones you will buy at TJ Maxx will have 1/10 of 1/10 of 1/10 of 1/10 of a gram. They will not have anything in there that could get anybody high.
On the ingredients list, under air, it will appear.
It's going to be the most. It's going to be like the most minute amount of psilocybin in there, but it'll be considered a superfood at some point because people will figure that out and go, oh, okay, it's brain food. It's just brain food, really, is all it is. So it's like, oh, but you obviously don't need much of it. You know what I mean? It's like,
I want to write a science fiction thing how it's the funguses that help prevent the viruses.
It isn't a science fiction, though.
It's reality.
It's not
Probably
science.
not too science fiction. It sounds sort of pretty real to me.
It's not. And like lion's mane, for instance, is perfect for him. Because look at him, he's a big cowardly
Anybody
lion.
growing any lion's mane right now? If you have lion's mane or have cubes, I have to drive out to Jeremy if he has some.
Yeah, you can.
grab
I mean, and you
some.
can get them online too. I'm sure if you see it.
They're so expensive at the Boulder
They're
Saturday
really
market.
expensive. What do you take them for?
My grandma lived to 98, but the last 20 years of her life, she battled dementia. And for the last year of her life when she lived with me, she thought I was Morris, her husband, my grandpa. I didn't give her any mushrooms, but I did give her some cannabis edibles. And the times that I gave her those chocolates, I was Dave again. So I knew something was working. And I think on those lines, there is some, I don't want to go down that road. I certainly don't want to be a burden to anybody. And, losing control of your faculties is not the way any intelligent person wants to go. So I'm trying to take steps. She didn't find out till she was 75, right? So I'm 51. So if I can start eating lion's mane now, do what I can.
You can. I mean, yeah, you can grow them for sure, and you can. But you can also. The cool thing with lion's mane is there's, like that. That would be like what I would just go cruise around, go to Oregon, cruise around, find some stuff, dry it up, take it, get a shitload of stuff of your own would be dope, because it's one of the easiest ones to figure out because it looks so different than anything else. It's like, oh, there you go. It's like you don't get all fucked up and be like, is it a?
You ate that one. That's a death cap.
Oh, you need. How many of those did you eat? Exactly.
You guys.
What are you talking about? It was 1989. I was block party, Syracuse, and ate 2 stems, 2 caps. Okay? 15 minutes
2 stems, 2
later,
caps.
we start getting
That's
off.
like an eighth. That's like a kind of eighth.
Phone rings. Now it's 20 minutes later, and my buddy's talking to the guy he got the shrooms from. And he retells the story to me after he hangs up. He goes, he just called. That was Jimbo. He said, by the way,
don't eat more than
I
a
ate
gram.
half a stem and half a cap and got off for 15 hours yesterday. So be careful.
You're going to have a long day ahead of you.
No,
huh?
I just went, as I'm standing there, I didn't try to, I just got rid of it, and I got off for 12 and a half hours. So it was, it's an amazing fungus. And I think now that the research can be done and we can start finding out blends and breeding.
There's going to be all sorts of cool shit.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it.
I mean, who knows how far it can go, because there's all sorts of different non-psychedelic mushrooms that I don't know if you can cross any of those into those or not, but that'll be when it gets really interesting, when you're like, ooh,
there's another great book. I'm going to tell you another book recommendation, not that you're asking. It's called Entangled Life. Have you ever read this book?
Only Dave reads books. Like
I have not read that one.
Dave reads
actual
books.
Because it's all about the world of mushrooms and how they grow and mycelium network and how they, they're just incredible.
Entangled Life.
Entangled Life by a young writer named Melvin Sheldrake, who is fantastic, big brain, good, fun to read.
Merlin Sheldrake.
What did I call him?
I don't know, but I just saw Merlin. I'm like, yes.
Merlin.
That's what it
Isn't
says.
That a great name?
Yeah.
Merlin
The
Sheldrake.
wizard.
Merlin the mushroom guy, of course. Like that's who you get.
He is amazing.
That's who you want to get your mushrooms off of. A guy named Merlin, of course.
You want to read his book? He's going to tell you everything you want to know. I mean, I got to read it again because it was so interesting and so packed with stuff. But you start thinking of these mycelium network as these huge organisms growing under the ground. Like there's one it's like half the size of the state of Michigan.
Yeah. In
just
Washington,
unbelievable.
the one in Washington, you mean, like the biggest one?
I think it's maybe in Washington. I thought he said Michigan, but whatever.
something
I'd
with
probably
a ton.
To say
A lot
it's
of
big.
water in
Michigan,
Washington.
Washington.
It's got a ton.
It's a
It's one of those northern
But
states.
no, those are the underground mushrooms that are all just connect. Like, and that's the thing is the mushrooms also interact with the trees. We interact with the other other life, and everything's communicating underground. So it's like it's when you start to see how other people are growing, and you know how lonely those plants are because they have nothing else with them. They're just a whole bunch of themselves listening to a bunch of Karens jibber jabber, right? It's like, oh, where are the other sounds? It's just the same pitch, you know what I mean?
Karen's jibber jabbering.
Yeah, it must be horrible, right? Because I think that's how they respond. If they're, when you monoculture anything, it's maybe more productive, but it's definitely not happier plants, like no matter what. Like they're always a little miserable, and you can even see it and feel it when you're growing because it's like, they're not, there's no like competition going on, They're kind of like just like whatever. we're doing what we're doing.
Well, I think too, right? They say that we have the CB1 and CB2 receptor in the brain, so we have an evolutionary relationship with the cannabis plant. Mm-hmm. So maybe we will discover that our relationship with fungus in general goes back.
Oh, it has to.
Way, way, way further. I mean, they're.
Well, that's the interesting part is it's the whole gateway to other sort of, planets or other, dimensions and all that. Yeah. And when you get that, you realize when you get to that, like holy shit, I think like people, have alien encounters, all that kind of shit when they're tripping, and whether or not like when you're there, it's so real, right? So it's like, no, dude, that was fucking real, dude. I'm telling you, that was real. And it's like sometimes, and then someone else is like, not really, but I was there, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just because when you're in that zone, it's all vibrations, right? So like, it's just that, and you know it too when you're tripping, you're like, oh dude, it's just that, like seeing things like just a tiny, your eyes adjust a little bit different. And now all of a sudden you're seeing.
Kind of explains
all
everything.
Yeah.
You can figure out like how somebody came up with religion, what all, like what you're saying, what all those sacraments were and the body of Christ. And that's what it was, just sharing psychedelics.
Yeah, I'm sure. And, imagine like if whoever brought the strongest thing to the party that no one's ever tried before, they're like, that guy is the
He's the shaman.
He's the
high
guy.
priest.
He's the guy right there. You know what I mean? So I just automatically.
They had to be really careful back in time because, the idea of a dose was not exactly around, right? It was no such thing as a measured dose. So sometimes some of the potions they would create would be deadly.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, of course.
So there was a real, very interesting risk you were taking when you were 100%. Going to these ceremonies. Yeah, it's.
Well, and the thing is that most of the time, in most of those cultures, that you never even like the whole idea of getting a chance to ingest and be part of the whole thing is pretty rare. Almost like 90% of the time, it's actually the shaman just getting fucking loaded, and clearing the fucking demons from whoever needs them, and getting off and doing everything he needs to do. So he actually takes the brunt of the fucking deal. So there's that, like, you can imagine just how toasted that fucking guy is at a certain point, because he's like, even the ones that do normal, like modern day shamans.
One for you, one for me.
Oh, yeah.
One for you, one for me.
Exactly. And, if they're not, then they're definitely not a real healer shaman, because that's the actual point of the whole thing is that but nowadays, because we're all want to get involved and do everything. So obviously with guided ayahuasca ceremonies, things like that, those are traditional to a point, and kids do them, and it's like a normal thing. It's not like a big deal because it's a normal everyday thing. But when it comes to like getting healed and going to get taken care of and physically like healing something, then he usually takes that kind of 90% of the time. And sometimes it does, but that shows you the power. Like he doesn't even need, and it works, right? So he doesn't need to give you anything. He takes the psychedelics and fucking fixes you because he's got
into your soul.
He fixes you, and it's true. I mean, it fucking works. It's not like it doesn't work. I mean, it's like thousands of years old. Definitely works.
Right.
But and in a worst case scenario, you might have to ingest something to really make it work, because now it's like, all right, we're past the point of me curing your shit. But yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff. So you now you got a good budget. See, you're starting already. You're like, I need to go to Peru. I need to go to here. I need to go to there. So
Well, just wait. I think the U.S. is going to be a leader in
This is just
MDMA.
an idea. I'm just thinking about. I'm just noodling it, really. Yeah, it's a big topic, so I got to figure out my little place in it.
it is a big topic, but I mean that's the thing about cannabis is, as you saw, it's like a never ending, right? Like you've started your podcast. How many shows are you in now?
We're now. I just did episode 109, so we do it every 2 weeks.
That's pretty good. 109 and every 2 weeks. We do it every week, and we don't even know. We lost count
You
a
don't
long time.
count. You guys don't count. Yeah.
No, we're lame. We gave
but
up. We tried in the beginning. We had this thing where we would do it. We tell everybody what show we're on, and then I just stopped, and then I lost count.
Mark
And I didn't want
puts
to be
them up
wrong.
by date.
I didn't want to be wrong.
Yeah,
just
date
live.
schmate. That's all we
Date
need.
schmate. That's how we do it around here. We don't. Yeah. No.
But
We're in the hundreds. We know that. Hundreds of.
you guys, you've been doing it for a long time, boys. So it's
Boy, I'm a newbie. I'm like 2 years into it. I don't take
You're
credit
worse
for
of a boy than me, though. You're younger than me, so you're more boy-like.
I like
You're
how
more-
many months? Like 5 months.
More
I'm
boy-like.
4 years in here.
Yeah, I'm not 4 years.
Oh, you're talking about like how long you've been on the show?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
They left
Yes.
cat food out one day, and I ate it. They called it hash, and that was
He
it.
came to get some hash, and then he never left.
You know, in my defense, though, you could pick from 7 days a week, but you always picked a day to meet up that you were going to be in the studio and the time.
Yeah.
So don't. You was a little planning on your part too. I mean, I'm not just a pretty face.
There's no such thing as planning on my part. Those two things don't even come into position.
Yeah,
Planning
I
on
know.
my part.
Yep. Ulterior motive.
So what's next besides the book?
That's it.
That's it? Okay.
I just got to get back to normal life. Now that we're
Well, now-
vaccinated,
now you can come
things
here.
are open,
So
and now I can come back to Colorado. And I'm very actually that's on my plan. Actually, I just want to get through. I want to enjoy my summer. I've been on the road in COVID. I'm one of the people that did not stay in one place.
super spreader. You're the super spreader guy.
I was a super avoider, man.
Journalist and super spreader. Joe
I
Dolce.
moved around. I
Yeah.
was ahead. I was one step ahead of that fucking virus every time.
Oh, you
so
were
that was
dodging and
good.
weaving? You were dodging and weaving?
I was dodging. I was in
What do you mean,
Mexico
like you were
City when it
tent?
hit. No, I started in Mexico City where it hit, and it's a big city with lots of people, and you just don't want to be around lots of people when it happens. So I kept moving. So now I'm actually back in New York, and I just want to stay put for a few months and enjoy summer.
You went from Mexico City where they had an outbreak, and then you went to New York,
I went
and
to
then they
Tucson.
had an outbreak.
I went to
and then you
Tucson, and they had an outbreak.
Uh-huh.
And then I went to San Francisco, where everything was cool, and they did not have an outbreak. And then I came back to New York when things started calming down. So
Look at you. You left New York. You basically left New York, coming back, hoping that more people had died, so you could get a cheaper apartment. Is what came down to it. You were like, I have a plan. If I
you
leave
guys are
long,
the most cynical people
I leave
have
long
ever
enough-
heard.
We're
If I-
New Yorkers.
no, but a lot of people left New York, and you don't have to die to leave
Right.
New York, right? Well, I guess, but definitely a lot of people left, right? I mean, there must be a vacuumish feeling.
Can I
there.
tell you, New York is fantastic right now.
There's a
It's so
shitload
full,
of rental opportunities right now.
so full of life and energy, and people are
weed.
so happy to have made it through. And it started out it was heavy when it started out in New York. And there's a real sense of joy in the streets. It's a great place to be
It's
right now.
everywhere right now.
It's
an
funny.
amazing
It's
feeling.
funny how it's
Good.
like. It's funny how it's like now just breaking open and everybody's just, you can see it. It's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a good summer. I keep saying to everybody, like, this summer is gonna be ridiculous.
Well, I looked into figuring out how we would fly to Barcelona, and we can't go through the UK with you.
Can't go through the UK.
because they'll keep you for 2 weeks. You'll get quarantined. So you got to look.
You have to go to Yugoslavia. You have to former Yugoslavia. You have to fly into.
sounds good.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Let me think. Where was it? Not Belgrade. Anyway, I can't remember the name of the city, but there's one port that you can come into in Yugoslavia.
It's like
former
Andorra.
Yugoslavia, and then move. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like how Andorra used to be. You could do anything there.
Right.
Anything you want. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. By the time they'll give up, everyone will be like, whatever. Because the problem is now they're starting to say that they're going to make people take tests even if they have the thing, just because. So everyone's still got to take a test. So it's like it starts to turn like, oh my God. It's
Well, they
always,
have a test right now that will show if you have antibodies. So, and what the cool thing is doesn't matter if you got a vaccine or if you had
Yeah.
COVID.
You just
So
got
if you
exposed.
can show those antibodies, maybe they'll just let people in.
Who knows? Or they'll just
Let's,
give you
inshallah, let's get back a little bit. Let's get back.
Yeah.
But it
So
should
that's
be,
what I'm.
but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good year. Good time to be in New York. Lots to see there. So you're in, like I said, you're in the heart of everything. So it's kind of cool. You get to see the vibe change, which is
Yeah, it's always
the
good.
best part of the weed game is watching that first wave where everybody's stoked and happy before the misery sets in of taxes and nightmares.
come
I'm telling you, the people that are in the industry get it quick, but even the customers get it fast.
How
'cause
about-
everyone gets screwed?
How about the people that are going to be coming to the first ever New York City Adam Dunn Show Invitational Cannabis Competition?
That we don't know the date of.
We don't know yet, but because when we
Could be
planned
any
But
year.
it's going to be amazing.
Could
it's
be
gonna
any
be
year,
incredible.
any year, any time.
We'll give a date
place.
that will give people enough time to really pop some fire genetics.
We're working on it. We're looking at the end of September, possibly, which is a nice time to be there. New York's got its vibe.
We don't want to go up against that local company. It was fun when we thought we were going up against High Times, but there's no point in going up. I mean, the local guy.
Ruining them.
No. Maybe join forces, but they're
Go
already
against
selling.
High Times. Go against High
Oh no,
Times.
High Times, of course.
Yes, that was the plan, but we had this collective misunderstanding. It said on the Instagram post we saw, it said New York City Craft on one line. Then the next line it said Cannabis Cup. And all we saw was New York City Cannabis Cup and assumed it was High Times and was like, fuck it.
I think
We'll
I
do
saw,
an Adam
I
Dunn
saw
show.
somebody say High Times. I swear.
Yeah, I probably.
Swear to God. But anyway.
But it's not High Times.
Who cares?
You guys are funny. I have to go eat dinner.
Perfect
How
timing.
about
Well,
that?
that's
What are
all
you
right.
eating?
Guess
It's going to be salmon tonight.
Salmon.
Okay.
All right, my friend.
All right.
Thank you to for showing up.
I am so
and,
glad to see you both.
see-
Stay well. I look forward to hearing more. I look forward to talking to Dr. Mark, and I want to, stay in touch. Okay.
I will, and then we'll get you out here soon and come hang in the studio or come down to Area 420 probably. Right? That'll be the
Love to
that'll
see
be
you.
the
Yeah,
plan.
love to see you.
That'll be the
Be
plan.
great.
All right, my friend. Thank
Sweet.
you. Peace.
Bye, guys. Thanks so much.
Definitely.
Boris is ghosting me, Adam.
No way.
Yep.
Where's I even going extra time for him?
I know.
was
No,
like,
he's ghosting me.
Wow.
You want to bet he's at the Bill Maher taping? Oh,
he
she's
can
ghosting me right
text
now.
you though.
I
Ask him,
no,
sorry.
look, see, I'm getting one bar, which means he hasn't opened his phone. It's been delivered to his phone, but it's not there. Boris,
So we have two ghosts from you. So basically, you made me put two
I
people
totally
in
fucked up.
and Jack
Boris,
in
you're
there.
making me look bad.
I could have said Joe Dolce 3-hour mega sesh.
I'll call him.
It's all right. It's better than the whole mic breaking down and everything falling apart. We have so many things to give away and so many other things that we can pull out an hour just stretching that between that and
We
our
got the
shout-outs
Illuminar,
and our
right?
Illuminar. Oh my God, giveaways, Illuminars, things. Oh, I got my receipts. I got the Focus V's out the door. What was his name?
Oh, you got a Focus V out the door.
Focus V.
What's a
out the door.
focus fee out the door mean?
Means the last winner of the Carta. He's getting his
That's
piece.
excellent.
Out the
excellent,
door,
excellent.
out the door, out the
Out
door.
the door.
Bing, bang, boom. Just like that.
Bing,
Took only 4
bang,
months.
boom.
It only takes 4 months. Adam Dunn show average 4 to 8 months. Sometimes
4
a
to
year.
8 months.
Sometimes a year. But
Yeah.
you always get it in some long-winded
Yep.
way. But
Well, why would you want to get it when it was new? You want to get
Yeah.
it when it's there are 3 versions that have come out
yeah,
after
they've
that,
already
so
broken.
it's a collector
Yeah,
item.
you would have broken already by the time.
Yes.
Anyway. So just
Total
think of that.
collector's item.
Think of it that way. Right now, you would not be smoking one. You'd be
Enjoy
like,
it.
why did I not clean it? This thing came back to life, which was amazing. I don't know what the hell happened. It was this is the Pro. Like at first, it wasn't working. I cleaned it, had it all perfect. Still didn't. I was like, that's weird. I was like, oh God. And then I just left it for like a month. And then I came back, and the other one was starting to act funny. And so I was like, you know what? I'll give it one more shot. And it was like, booyah.
Are we out of Dave retrograde?
No, never. We are always in Dave retrograde. That's the problem of the show. We have achieved
Bagel retrograde. I mean,
full bagel retrograde. I left my phone in the other room, but I do have a photo of a bagel shop around the corner that I was like, whoa, there's one right there. Dave might just be going there every time and just not even really making them.
Not even, yeah.
I was going to look to see because I have a
I don't
feeling
think
that
so.
because he's been like kind of like not caring and just like, how many do you need and when do you need them and where? And I'm like, oh, okay, no problem, Mr. Baker Rooney. And he's like, oh, fuck, I ain't making these
No,
things
because
anymore.
I'm
I
not
made 'em
making him
once.
sourdough right now. I'm
He
making him a
made
regular
one.
yeast bagel. It takes me 2 hours.
All right, I'm just don't get mad. I'm just don't wow.
Jeez.
I think we may have figured out his deal because he's getting all like a crackhead or like a junkie or something where he's like, what? I don't do that. You're like,
The
"Yeah,
only
you do."
bagels better than mine are Rosenberg's. Everyone else, I can bake a better Colorado bagel. Just saying.
Throw down. The gauntlet has been thrown down.
You have to sponsor the show, though, if you want to take me on. So, no problem.
Let's do some sponsors because maybe he won't ghost us. And if he doesn't, by the time we're done with our sponsors, we're going to be at the thing, and then we're going to realize, holy shit, we went for how long? Because our sponsors take 9 hours.
No, but we have a Luminar light to give away. We have a lot of prizes to give away. There's nothing wrong with it.
Go grab some of that new millennium. No, do we? Oh yeah, there's some new millennium.
There
out
is some out there.
Go grab it because Uncle Andy went and saw Bo today. It's a rare sight. We saw him 2 days in a row. I saw Bo yesterday. I got some tomato plants.
Ooh, I want some tomato
plants.
plants.
Ooh, but they're all they're like he gave me like here you go, and they were like
They're all stunted. Couldn't sell them.
no, well they were just like clusters of them and shit. So I had to like really calm the fuck down, dude.
Yeah, what am I, on fire?
Wow.
All right, I'll slow down.
You got that's probably because it's the time thing, and you got all cranky because of your bagel thing. And here he is. Look at
I'm
this.
not
We're still in New
cranky for
Millennium.
bagels.
We're hanging in here just for them. Whoa, lightning start.
This is a lot of... What, Jesus
Come on,
Christ.
you can. God, Dave cannot work in a grow if he can't even hold it.
I can hold it.
Yeah.
This is spring green.
Oh shit! Lightning start in spring
What's
green.
that one?
Perfect time of year to have it, right? If you want to get your plants off to a good start, these are the two products that they offer. Their lightning start. You can do all the technical reading there, Dave. Look
Ruby fulvic.
it's not ruby fulvic.
No,
Lightning-
they have that.
no, it's not, Dave. You don't want to read? It's too small letters. Come on, you can do it. I can't do it.
Lightning start.
Boom. Listen to him.
Executive plant nutritional resources which encourage... your
Mike. What
favorite
about a
plants
mic?
to
What about a mic?
Executive plant nutritional resources
to
which
learn.
encourage your
Plant.
favorite plants to develop with gusto. Gusto?
Gusto.
Gusto!
Come on, you're supposed to
Exclamation
go
point.
deep on those things. Go gusto.
Gusto.
There you go. Now you're talking. You're doing a read, dude.
And it's 0.2.2.7. So that's your mix.
There you
your
go.
NPK.
Oh, point. What?
0.2,
Oh, there we go.
0.2,
There you go. That's equal.
0.7.
Oh, a little high on the end.
This is
Okay.
new millennium nutrient. This is
Phosphorus.
lightning start. I take it you're going to use this at the beginning.
Damn, he's quick. This guy.
Wow.
Bring him up a notch. This guy's the guy.
Okay, wait,
so
wait,
anyway, spring green.
Spring green.
What would that do?
0.8, 1.8, 2.8
Look at you. You're working. You're there. You're in
with
there.
gusto.
That says gusto too?
Yep.
Double gusto.
Oh, wow.
You have been double gustoed. But in
Millennium.
general, contact them at newmillenniumnutrients.com. Tell them you need that done deal. And if you're doing a larger scale operation, these guys are great to work with. They all know what's going on. They can help you in your setup. You can go to the calculator if you want to just do like on your initial order, figure out what you need. But if you're going to get anything custom, they're the guys to talk to. And if you use that done deal, you're definitely going to get the extra special treatment.
They have people there to discuss commercial contracts too, so it's not like you'd have to go small. You can go big.
You can go big. You can go big, and they all work in dosatrons and all the suitable indoor apps and different any medium possible. But definitely, if you're on cocoa or rock wool or any of these kind of mediums, and you want to look for an alternative, these guys are the ones. And again, don't forget the done deal.
Gotta ask for the done deal. They're not gonna just offer it up.
So we got your boys there. Go, do it.
So medically correct, Bob Esquino and Rick Scarpello, D Money, really, and Adam changed the industry. They are the pioneers of the medicated edible space.
I just hung out at the lunch. I got lunch. I got the
And
lunch.
they've-
I did. I got the lunch. I was there.
He went for the free lunch, but they've
I got the
grown
free lunch. I was
into
there
a
for the free lunch.
bunch of different companies right now. So it's Medically Correct is the parent company. You have Incredibles here in Colorado, Incredibles Wellness, their CBD brand, which is now True Pura.
The Nove.
And the Nove chocolates, which, Mark, have you gone to the place on Klamath and picked up our bars yet?
Has he? Look at him. He's already.
You
wiping-
ate them?
I ate them all,
He was
dude.
just wiping it from his mouth as he
I'm
said
a big fan. They've got 3 flavors that are dark chocolate, milk chocolate. They even have white chocolate. And believe it or not, I'm not normally a fan of white chocolate, but this one was really good. So you got to give their Clear Creek extracts a try. They're quick extracts, especially True Pura, because it's 20% off if you go to truepura.com and enter Dunn Deal at checkout. There's no done deal right now to buy Incredibles edibles unless you're in Colorado Springs and you're going to Green Farms Med. And then you can ask for the done deal there, which is a healthy done deal. And you can get your Incredibles there. You can get their flour there. It's all organic. 5 years, Adam.
5 years.
5 years.
Same soil.
Same soil. Oh, wait, is Mark not there? We didn't switch
Oh,
over to
I thought you
Green
were
Farms
okay.
Med.
I didn't know he switched over to Green
Oh, he was
Farms.
doing it super smooth. He did a super smooth segue. He was so smooth you didn't even
Damn.
see it. It was like the band. It was
I
like,
suck.
dude, is Mark still playing?
Did
that?
we even
Like,
do
burp,
True
burp,
Pura?
burp, burp.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, we
Oh
Yeah.
man, where my band?
Wow. You might need lion's mane mushrooms, Mark.
did. More than you think.
You should start taking
Luckily, we're doing the Adam Dunn Lion Main special.
But
No.
Yeah,
so
where's that
you
at?
got it's at Green Farms Med in Colorado Springs. So you got to make sure to ask for the done deal and try their flour. It is absolutely amazing. You know, everybody has that one friend who every time he sees you, you see him, he always has something better than the last time. Without a doubt, there's always a story. Listen, I got to tell you, whatever I have, it's better. Even if it was an apple for whatever it is, it's no joke. It gets better with every harvest. And JW is the first person to tell you, and he's right. So right now, I think there's like 15 different strains on the shelves. But you can get a deal by asking for the done deal on Incredibles edibles. Get their 50 milligram gummies. Enjoy your day. I take a few of them a day, and I'm loving it. Thank you, JW. I forget who's next.
Whoa, look at you.
BuildASoil.com. Well, because I told you I had my cheat sheet. I know it's 855-877-SOIL, right? So BuildASoil.com, free shipping, Colorado, New Mexico, with all purchases over $500. If anybody from their company, Reader, Jeremy, if you're listening, if you've got lion's mane and cubes, tell me, I'll drive out. I'll make the drive, and I'll camp out somewhere overnight, and I'll have some fun somewhere. But go to BuildASoil.com. He's probably he's one of your oldest sponsors, right? For like since the beginning. This is some Build the Soil.
No, but it's.
Oh, this is that good. Oh yeah.
Roll that up. Roll that up.
So whatever. I'll roll it.
Okay, yeah. You roll yourself a dirty little fucking.
Go ahead.
A dirty little spike protein joint.
Do Build a Soil, your buddy. Fucker. BuildASoil.com, free shipping in Colorado, New Mexico. All your soil needs, mushrooms, veggies, lettuces. He's got everything in there. Totally organic. That's where JW gets all his supplies from.
Yeah, 95% of the stuff that came in his garden came right from Build a Soil.
That's it.
And I hope he used the done deal because that's got to do it.
I hope he did.
It's literally one of the
Gotta.
longest done deals we've ever had is with Build a Soil. So let's give him a call, hit him up, tell him
Hit
you're
him
on
up.
the show. And
Oh, we have bags of Ozo
if you're
here.
leaving from Boulder and you're like,
And Longmont.
we're in Longmont,
I'm excited.
You could stop by at Ozo Coffee. Get yourself some killer coffee, or you could go online, which is way easier, and you can also get the done deal when you go
That's
online.
how you get the done
It's
deal.
the only way to get the done deal,
Dude.
so you pretty much got to go online.
You
Yeah,
know
remember-
how like Mike was all like, "What was this coffee or whatever?" But like it's so funny. I tried to share my coffee with people at work, and they're just stuck on that Folgers shit, dude. It's so weird when you encounter those people. They just like love that shit.
They're like,
Because
what?
it's not coffee. They
doesn't
don't
have
understand.
crystals.
So,
This doesn't have
I'm gonna
flavor
go-
crystals in it. Where are
Right.
the flavor crystals?
I'm gonna go buy my own little pot and everything because they just were
Good
too
for
stuck.
you.
Yeah,
You're
just-
like a
I'm a maverick.
now you're a but now you're a coffee snob.
Listen, the done deal was only supposed to be on your first order, but it's been so popular that they've kept it around. It's 20% off
Whoa.
Rosin Dogs, thank you so much. He's probably the reason why we were able to keep him as a sponsor at the beginning, and now it's really taken off. You just do yourself a favor. You got a friend, it's their birthday, it's Christmas, it's some holiday, send them an Ozo monthly subscription, and it will change their life. It change the way they think about coffee.
And then take it away from them 1 week and then go,
Well, now you have to pay
own
for it.
I own your soul. And I'll be like,
I own you.
I own your soul. Your coffee comes from me.
Yeah,
And
I'm
they'll be
drinking
like,
the Colombian
I don't
today.
know what to do, man.
I really like that the Stomper or the Creek and the Kabingo.
Bingo.
And I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing the name, but it's amazing. It's amazing coffee. They're amazing people. I had a macchiato today when I went down and picked up that bean. I think they have 6 locations right now. If you're driving past, just stop in for a cup. Tell them you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Who's next? Was it Apothecary or is it 14er?
Bring
What do
me
we
a
got?
cup next time you come from Boulder, man.
Yeah,
I will.
Jeez.
Lame-o.
To
If you go to Barcelona.
Spoke
if
with
you're
Pete.
You talked to Pete?
Yeah,
What?
we were texting a little bit. Yep. And he said to tell you he was going to reach out to you on Wednesday. Did he call or Tuesday?
Of course not. Never
He was supposed to call into the show. Petey.
Petey, call on in.
No, he's not going to call
He's
in.
not calling in.
But
Crazy.
we were talking
Petey
about
never calls in when he's supposed to.
if they actually do have the Cannabis in Barcelona, that we should do.
I keep hearing it. But
We should do an ADSI Barcelona at Trezor.
Dave is just throwing ADSIs out like they're like.
I know. He's
does,
like, yeah, we'll do one there.
We're gonna do one over here. We're gonna
He
do it
doesn't
at the
want you
King
to do it at
Super.
the
Can we do it
Turf
at King
Tower.
Super? We'll do it.
KTI's like, I can't do all this. Yeah.
Yes, we can. Well, he just doesn't want it at the Turp Tower. He wants it at Trezor. So,
I get you.
that's his thing. So if you're in
That's
Barcelona, it's 30 euros to get inside.
That's right, because he's got the
Mention
whole
it
back
on the-
area where we can go nuts back there.
Yeah,
He said he could have
Go
78
nuts.
people inside, which is a perfect amount for an exclusive concentrate competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard about it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Petey.
Hell yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
What flavors did you guys get today?
Whatever you gave us.
I don't remember.
Some bat or something?
Some batters.
Oh, did you take my batter?
No, I don't know. I got the right
Yeah, look, I'm missing one.
I thought I got
Yep,
that.
now he's missing one. Now,
Where's my batter?
What
now
are you
he's
talking
sad.
about? What batter? I got this thing.
The guest stole it.
There was no guest here. Where's my other one?
What other one?
Oh, man.
Oh wow, Dave.
Wow,
tripping.
damn, it's gone.
What are you talking about?
Wow.
Andy
We
stole
each
it.
got
Andy
two.
stole it. Uncle Andy stole it.
No, I don't know. It's around.
It's around, I'm sure.
Did it fall on the ground or something? Did you?
Anyways, I think I give you guys grape cola and
I got this thing. I
the
got this
something de crescendo. Chem de crescendo.
Thing. This one says batter right here, right? Does
How
that
many you got?
batter? And I
You
don't
got
have a
two?
batter. I don't even have a
Oh,
batter.
no, you got 3 in your hand, right?
No,
Oh,
these
that's
are
a
in
lid.
tops. I already smoked this thing, whatever that was.
Holy moly, there's a missing. Ah, no. Look.
Dave.
Look
Dude,
right here.
come on.
Look
Dave,
right
He
here.
already had called
And
the
we had to
cops.
stop
No,
everything
he
until
called
it's
the
figured
cops.
out.
He
Look,
called
Yeah.
look, I had the turf wipe right on top of it.
Jeez.
I'm
Look
such
at you
a
double
fool.
it
That's
up
how
on
big the terp wipes are. It covered up a whole gram of hash.
That's
Oh
right.
my God, Turp Wipes. Our next sponsor.
Dude.
No, Apothecary.
Brent
Unfortunately, is
is
not going
amazing.
to. Brent is not going to be in.
Dude, I just talked to him. Yeah, he was at the
He's
store
like,
when I went to go pick
he's
up
like,
the
you're
hash.
tripping, bro. I ain't going over there.
yeah, he was like, yeah, he just couldn't do it. That's what he said. He just couldn't make it happen, which is a bummer.
You know, Apothecary made me a fan of batter. I always felt like the batters were what they would phone in when they just wanted to sell something that wasn't stable.
I always liked batter. I always preferred batter. Now I like the diamonds and the sauce. I don't
It's
know.
really good. Oh,
Because
look
it goes
at that
on. It goes with my
self-promotion.
brand, you know. It's
Oh, he's all
kind of my
branded.
brand.
He's
you know?
all branded and shit.
Diamonds and sauce.
Diamonds and sauce. How is Diamonds and sauce going?
We sold like a song or two.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool.
How about an
Killing it.
NFT?
No, not
Did you
yet.
make one of your dolphin guy yet?
Oh, yeah, I need to
we're-
make an. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna wait for that. We'll talk about that later.
Let's talk.
Oh, let's talk later.
Yeah, let's talk later.
Okay.
So
right now we're talking
Apothecary
about
extracts, you got to ask for the Dunn deal in Pueblo, Colorado Springs, or Denver. It's a gram of ambrosia and an infused joint for $25. It's a great deal. Tell them you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show. Yeah. Oh, they're huge in Oklahoma right now.
Oh, this is the time for him
Oh,
to jump
speaking of
in.
getting ghosted,
Yeah, Boris, where the hell are you?
Ghost OG.
I'm only
Ghosty.
getting that it was delivered to his phone on WhatsApp, and it has not been. No, it hasn't been anything. It's just
hasn't been.
one check.
He might be busy with something. But,
Yeah.
you know, now we know.
Right.
Now we know that Papa
He's
Select
at his lounge.
not only
You know,
is-
he
not
can leave
only
a
are
couple-
they supplying killer product, but they're also got a killer place.
Yeah, they do.
He's probably there getting a massage or something. Something really tough.
Right. Or he's taking that tour from the guy in Humboldt. But the extracts are worth a drive. So I know they're not available everywhere, but in Northern California, if you see that Papa Select extracts are available, you want to go try some. They're peanut butter, all their garlic crosses.
I had the GAC the other night. I think it was the GAC.
Yak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had some.
GAC.
The yak. I had yakety yak. Or
Don't
something
talk
like that.
back.
Yakety Yak and GAC
Yeah.
are on the menu.
Sweet.
There. Wow.
It's really it's
definitely
something.
don't talk back.
I mean, it really is
Garlic
something.
breath. Garlic. See? Garlic.
Order online. What's that all about? That's
Order online,
California.
Deliver. Yeah.
Wow. Let's order something online, Mark.
I think that means order online and go pick it up, probably. Right?
Oh, okay.
I would think.
Papa Select,
what I'm gonna do
thank
when
you
I go
so
down there.
much. Newest sponsor. We appreciate you very much. And you'd get a longer spot if you actually called into the show tonight.
Oh, we will.
But
No, of course. We got
since-
we have a whole. Still, we have an hour we could devote.
Yeah, we could have devoted an hour to
can
Papa
still
Select.
do-
We could just
You
go
could call
home.
in.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
That'd
could
be
just
cool.
go. Home. We throw down the
Oh,
mics. We could
I
just.
mean-
We could just keep. Yeah, we just turn it
You
off.
guys ever
mute,
thought about that?
No.
mute, and
We
go
have to
home.
jibber jabber.
No, they expect us to go.
I
For
think
the
we should turn up the heat in here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no,
close
it's
that window and
plenty
turn off
hot.
that fan.
I think you should do that. That would make a lot
Yeah.
of sense.
Is the window open?
The
Yeah,
window's
it's window.
fine.
Oh, it's
We're
been open
good.
this whole
We're
time.
good,
Okay.
dude. We're good. Everybody relax.
Air conditioning's being
How
installed
about
next week.
Papa Select
Love them.
and the fucking the air peanut
The
butter?
lounge.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the lounge thing. That's right. Yeah.
You can have their peanut butter hash
At
in
the
their
lounge.
lounge.
BB.
Damn. Yeah, it's in Arcata.
It's in Arcata. Good job, James.
Thank you
And,
so much.
But in the meantime,
You want your peanut butter in your belly or nuts in your mouth
or on your chin,
or on your chin, go to numbnutsco.com. Their CBD nuts are available. They can send them to you. Their peanut butter, they can send it to you. But if you want their THC product, you got to
gotta
buy
be-
it in the northern Colorado dispensaries.
so
Oh
if
look,
you-
Adam, they're vegan.
Oh look,
You can eat them
Wow,
in your
dude.
mouth. You can have salty vegan nuts in your
I
mouth.
can swish them around in my mouth too.
Yes,
If
from
you
left
can.
to right
with my tongue.
with your tongue.
I'm glad to know that.
We
I'm glad
just
to-
lost how many thumbs downs did we just get?
so many.
So many. No,
Yeah,
but
it was-
Numbnuts is fantastic peanut butter. Okay, if it's something you eat,
No, it is good. It is
you
really good.
really want to try it.
Peanut butter is tough too because you go to the I can buy like 20 brands and I'd be like not happy with 18 of them probably because it's not really it's hard to find because there's plenty of like commercial bullshit that's like
Sugary.
not real peanut butter. Yeah, it's
Right.
just some bullshit. But then if you want some good real peanut butter that's not just a big oil mess, because I hate that. Like I hate like real.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to sit there and go like, it takes like an hour. You finally get your thing ready, and you're already tired You're tired. You need more
He's
protein.
tired.
You needed more protein.
Truth
Yes.
be told, you do need to stir Numbnuts if you keep it on the shelf.
Oh,
Yes,
geez.
So they're
churning
aware of it.
fatigue.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's a churning fatigue?
But it's easy.
Yeah, okay.
It's
How's the fatigue
really
factor? Is it 12?
low.
Sometimes you get it like
Low.
where it's like dry.
1.5.
And all the oils at the top. You ever have that? It's tough.
Nope.
Yeah, man.
It's a struggle, bro.
It doesn't
The
last.
struggle
that
is real.
long.
The struggle is real when it comes to peanut butter. Let me tell you.
Thank you so much, Adam
Numbnuts.
Weiss at Numbnuts.
And we have lost another Adam today. We would have had so many Adams. If
So many Adams.
You could have had. Maybe next time we'll have both. Get them both on.
Adam
Nuts.
show.
So we'll do Adam, and then we'll have another Adam somewhere else.
Look at this bud abuse. I'm just kidding.
and down
It's
at the,
just
at
a
the Bud
promo.
Torture
I'm
Room. Over, at the
kidding.
Bud Torture Room.
Bud Torture Room.
Next we have
That's
Bud
great.
Torturers from 14ers.
Yeah, you got to head over to 14erboulder.com, place a pre-order.
Marry me, Dave. Dill Wills wants to marry me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You're getting proposals.
Oh, thank you so
Ah.
much, Dill Will. No problem. I'll consider it. Buy me dinner first. Head over to 14erboulder.com, place a pre-order. Pre-rolls, if you're into pre-roll and that's your thing, you know that theirs are 100% flour. It doesn't start off with, hey, it's 80% or 70%. It's 100% flour. Rosin. They use Apothecary to make their BHO. They make pods that are in their BHO extract and also in rosin extract. At least 15 flavors right now on the shelf. They make single strain gummies that are wicked tasty. And they're just really good people, and they do a great service to the community. They're on Mapleton across from the YMCA. They have free parking. Head over to their website, place a pre-order. While you don't get a discount, I think the discount is just letting you know that they exist. Tell them you heard about us.
That's a discount.
On the Adam Dunn
I can
show.
back that one.
Listen, they're really good. What rosin did I bring you tonight?
Rosin.
No, which one? What flavor?
You got Lucky Charms.
There you go. Good
Lucky
job.
Charms. There you go.
Thanks.
I got Dr. Funk.
Dr.
Whoa,
Funk.
that's way your style, though.
Yeah, dude, I am Dr. Funk.
Dr. Funk.
Yeah.
With
Dude, free exclusive tie-dye with the purchase of 1 liter more of fish shit.
Yep.
Oh,
This is great.
Now you're going for it.
Yep. In fact, I whined to him when I saw that Steal Your Fish Shit shirt, and
Steal
he's
your
sending
fish,
me one.
That's pretty dope.
Well, it's on a Steal Your Face, you know.
I know.
So
I don't get what that means.
that's because you do house music. And you're not a deadhead.
Don't even start.
Uh-oh, I'm going to have to tell a Grateful Dead story now.
Oh, no.
Let's see how fast it... Wait 30 seconds every chance. No, please don't. No, but listen, Tommy is amazing, very supportive of the show. His product is fantastic. It's been well over a year he's been sponsoring the show. And in that year, Mark has created an 8-pack. Look at his body right now. That is an accurate depiction of Mark.
Yeah, man.
We have trouble keeping our hands off of him. In fact, Bonnie has had that photo blown up to life size.
Yeah.
So fishshit.com, at Fishhead Farms on Instagram, or is it? Yeah, it's at fishheadfarms.com, and it's at fishshit on Instagram. You will get, ready? Drum roll.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh,
So
you want a drum roll?
25% off.
25%. That's worth it. See, that's worth it. Even
25%.
though apparently we're over modding right now and everybody's leaving, they all hate us. But it's cool.
We're over modding.
What is
We're
that?
We're over modding, bro.
I'm not doing anything.
I know we are. No, I mean, we're here.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Damn, we're
terrible.
haters.
Dude.
We try, man. We really try.
We try.
Come on.
You know, these guys are.
We're trying to make you laugh for
If without
3-4
us, these
hours.
companies may just collapse. You know what I mean? That's basically what I'm looking at.
If it's modding, it's not us. It's an automatic thing that's happening. So
Sorry. I'll step
know what
away
that
from the
means.
mic. But go to
Doesn't that mean moderating? Doesn't it just mean me
fishheadfarms.com.
talking a lot?
I don't
I don't know.
I think it just means me talking. But that's what you get.
No, I think maybe the people are getting banned from typing weird things in chat or something. I don't know. Anyways,
Oh, maybe it has nothing to do with us. Why, is Mel on there right now? Anyway.
Mel's,
Thank you, Tommy.
She's got like stilettos on, and she's fucking just whipping people. Like
Wow,
they come in,
man.
they're like foot. And she sees a foot, and she's like.
I'm just saying, if you want to
no.
win 5 liters,
dude, I'm the mod with the bod.
Okay,
I
so,
know, look at
so
you.
you see that picture right there? Those two pictures next to each other.
They're both accurate.
Both of them got 5 liters of
Yeah.
fish shit for those incredible pictures.
Look at
so
those.
If you can, and no one's done one of me. It's weird. Like they keep doing them of everybody else. So you guys can just fucking.
well, maybe it's because you've every time I say that, you go, no. You got to do Mark or Dave. No. Now you're finally open to it. Okay, you heard it
Go
here.
ahead.
You heard it
I
here.
never said they couldn't
What?
do it.
You can't do a nugget. Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying 25% off.
Yeah, that's a nugget.
There we go. Fishheadfarms.com or at fishit. There we go. We have a guest in the studio.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
He's just a mysterious guest. So he's-
Turp wipes.
Mystery guest.
not
You're going to
turp
put a
wipe.
bag on your head or something like that coming
not
as the
turp wipe
unknown
shit?
guest?
It is Turp Wipes.
Turpwipes.com.
Turp
Look
Wipes
at
have
these guys.
Turp Wipes has physically entered the studio. Here he is. He is the wipe of Turp.
Wow.
He's
Look,
one.
this is
he's
an
one wipe
amazing
of Turp.
product. Amazing product.
It is.
Got to go to turpwipes.com/Dundeal. You cannot go to turpwipes.com and then try to enter a promo code. Got to go to turpwipes.com/Dundeal. Here, there's something that we should show on camera right now. We have oil or something that will, he knows the rule, right? Probably get pocketed
Old school Cam.
before.
Remember Cam?
We know Kim.
You remember Cam?
He's growing right now for Canna Provisions in Massachusetts.
Some point.
So shout out to Meg and Eric
Witch's meat?
at Canna Provisions in Massachusetts. If you're out there, ChemDog is their official grower.
What is that one now?
You can pick it up.
It's the sour Sansi. This is the witch's weed.
Witch's weed. What is
Witch's weed.
What is witch's weed?
Now with the turp
Turpwipes.com.
wipes, yeah, you don't get a checkout. You have to make a link, right? It's
We just said it.
turpwipes.com/Adam Dunn.
No, turpwipes.com/Dundeal.
Smells like pineapples.
Done deal.
And the price is already calculated. And
It's like a pineapple.
I hope you guys are listen, they're up for renewal right
Smells like
now. So if you
pineapples.
want us to be in the Terp Wipes, maybe go to their website tonight and order some. Make sure you go to terpwipes.com/donedeal. Don't try to go to any other website. Terpwipes.com/donedeal.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And see, where's James Bean?
Seeds
James
here
Bean's
now.
there right
He's
now.
here. He sent me a text saying another late show.
Our numbers are so down.
Lame show, he said, or late show?
He hates us.
No, he doesn't.
It's our show. It's
He's
not
the
our-
biggest supporter of this show.
I'm kidding with
It's
you.
not our show that he's at.
He
It's-
is-
but it's at the place. It's at Travis's spot. The can. It's at the can. It's the what is it? The can of beer.
Can of worms?
No, can of beer.
Can of corn.
Can of beer.
No,
Fest.
Cannabis Fest.
Yeah, is going on
Cannabis
today and
Fest.
tomorrow.
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
Remember when we talked to Travis and I was all, yeah, it's the worst idea ever. I would never mix up those two things. I would just kind of keep
Yep.
separate. But anyway, apparently it's happening. I know, and it's already happened before, so it wasn't like I was like, all right, great, but it's going down.
It's the end of the world.
Can of beer.
Don't tell Colorado legislators happening.
Oh, I know. You
Gosh.
say that they're going to the Cannabeer Fest. You're fucking what? You
No.
may cause a ruckus.
Seats here now.
But right now, seats here now. You can just go online. He may just figure out that, hey, I'm just going to sit online because that's the best place to be.
Well,
because
he was dinging
most
us,
people
so
are-
I just sent him a text.
He was
Hopefully,
dinging us.
yeah, I said
Dinging you
give
in
us the
particular.
down arrow.
He's
Down.
Yeah, man.
MTI got stuck in traffic. And,
What are you talking
he's
about?
I
mad
don't
at
know.
us
What?
for starting
No,
late,
don't say
man.
that. Shut.
We didn't start late.
James Bean, we love you. Thank
We
you.
never
James
start
is
late.
sponsoring
4:30.
something at the
We started
Hayes Cup.
4:32.
I know. We started on fine.
Yeah.
It was
Fine.
fine. It's all fine.
Are you kidding me?
Hundreds and
James Bean,
hundreds
man on
of
the
different
scene. He's got Cap
varietals.
on. He's got Cap on board now, up front and center.
Yeah.
He's got all sorts. He's got about 70 breeders at this point, so he's pretty much got all the.
These are all of them.
all of them, and then all the big
Is
daddies.
Cap from Oregon originally? Is that why he has those colors?
You better talk to Cap originally. No, he's Cali, but I mean,
All right.
so there you go. Who knows?
Is it the same guy? I mean, you know it's one guy, or is it multiple guys that wear that
It's
mask?
actually it's like 50 guys. Every state's got one. There's 52,
It's like Meow Wolf.
there's 52 caps.
We need the glasses and beard for the Adam Dunn, so people can put it on and they could be
Yeah,
you.
they could be very easy. I already got it. Already got it cut off and ready to go. You can
Hell yeah.
actually wear
Right.
my face. It'll be great. You won't
Wear
feel
your
creeped out.
face.
You will
That's-
not.
you're
you
not
will-
gonna be
instead of
creeped out.
steal your face, it's like wear my face. How you
Wear
like
my
that?
face.
Hey, how you like that?
Dot
Hey,
dun dot com.
Are you tripping yet? Are you wearing
Yes.
my face and walking around tripping? Yeah. Well,
And I'm not even through all the burgers here.
look at it.
Hey, shout out to
There we
JJ at Top Dog. I'm loving watching your feed right now, man. You're going to change New York City. Everybody's going to be growing Top Dog. And you can get them on seedsherenow.com. Enter Done Deal at checkout, and you'll get 10% off, even though it should be a little more, but 10% off.
Only on mine. I mean, mine should be a double done deal, but
Double done.
I'm gonna give them some special stuff for that particular deal. Like if they order just these ones, they can get the double done deal because I can
Oh,
dictate whatever I want.
Sweet.
So I just,
So
I'll
you got it
make-
like that, huh?
I got
like
to.
it.
Well, because he won't do it for everybody's seeds, but I mean, I've got to be able to do it on my own stuff, right? I'll say, hey, I'll take the hit if they order them X amount, X, Y, Z. If you have to
Got to
order-
buy
Yeah.
$3,000 in seeds. And no, just one pack is fine.
No, Dave, not one pack.
Two
Don't-
packs?
Don't fuck my schedule.
4 packs?
I don't know. I haven't even thought
10
about it.
packs?
Probably 3 packs. Probably at 3. There'll be some super done deals going down.
Super done deal on 3
Super done deal.
packs.
Super duper done.
How about a
duper-
super done deal on 4 packs?
Super duper done. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's
oh,
give away
shit.
that Illuminar lamp.
Are we doing
Oh,
it? Are
boy.
we giving it away? We're
Yeah,
finally giving it. So
man.
then it'll only be like 6. Oh, look. You know the thing is that MTI really wants to go home early. He's been trying to figure out how to stop the show early. So
Have you seen his abs lately? He has a woman at home that wants to rub those abs.
Oh yeah, I did.
All
And
8 of
his
them.
fins. His fin. Mostly his fin. She's all in it for the fin. She's
She's
like,
in it for his big fin?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Didn't you see it?
I've not seen his fin. I saw his abs. He had a diaper over his fin.
All right, let's do that one first.
Yeah, we're gonna do.
Mike Denver, you better answer the phone when we call you, man.
We are calling Cam here.
Cam, you better know the word of the month. If anybody in the chat gang knows the word of the month, let's
If your
have
name's
this.
Cam and
It's
you watch
strippers.
the show, you bet.
The word of the month is strippers.
Yeah, if you want to win the Mike Denver.
Bup, 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 bup,
seats.
bup, bup.
What?
Oh, remember we tried to call last time and we couldn't. You have to give me the card so we can.
Oh, you haven't paid your Skype bill?
That we figured out.
Adam Dunn Show hasn't paid the Skype bill.
Oh my God, it's gonna take.
It's
forever.
okay. Just read the number to him right now. Nobody's listening. Mike Denver, pay attention.
Oh my God, should we really have to do that? That sucks.
Yeah, we got to call. We got to give it away, or else we're giving it away the second week of the month, and then we're giving one away another 2 weeks
No,
later.
I know, but I'm just saying I gotta find all my shit.
I guess I could.
Play some music right now. Go to commercial.
What do you mean go to commercial?
No, there's no, we are in commercial. That's what we're doing. We're doing
Oh,
yeah.
look, there it is.
Oh yeah, we're in a commercial
What's
right
that?
now.
What's that? What's going on?
I heard a phone ringing.
Oh yeah, that's because we have unprofessionals.
We have unprofessionals in the room, huh?
Wow.
How much is it? What is it?
Hey,
That's
Cam,
25
are
bucks?
you on the
It's
are you in the
25
chat
bucks.
by chance?
Hold
No?
on. Let me go look.
Cam's not there.
It's like 14 a month or something. Like
I know.
that.
Something
Oh,
stupid. Can you put
jeez.
it on something yours and just pay? I'll pay you. I'll Venmo.
Oh, it looks like it already has it on here.
Oh.
Okay.
No, but it might be my old. That might be the
Oh,
reason
that's the
why.
old
That's the
one.
reason why I switched out. I'm done with.
Okay.
If it's
Look at
Wells
that.
Fargo, I'm over.
Credit cards are coming out right now.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Isn't that the Mario Brothers?
Okay.
I gotta look.
Do do do
you're just gonna
do
do something
do
else?
do. Wait, you're showing the credit card thing on the
Oh,
screen
everyone
now.
can see it on the overhead shot. Look, they're all looking.
Yeah.
Everyone's. Oh my God, it's China.
Yeah,
Everyone's
get
buying
off the screen.
like-
No, holy moly! Now they know our link and phone
Zoom
numbers.
invite. You can't do that. You gotta get off the screen.
Dude,
Oh jeez.
get off
off.
screen,
Get
dude.
off.
Holy shit! They're gonna
Oh,
freeze
get
frame
off.
on
Get
that.
off.
Everyone right now is using Adam's credit card. They know the last
Oh.
4 digits is so. You're gonna get a phone call. It's gonna say, "Hey, I'm just verifying."
Is you Adam
it.
Dunn? Yeah. Damn. All right.
Damn,
It's okay.
damn, damn.
You guys
sorry.
got it. But that,
Well-
that card is dead anyway. I don't use.
Oh
that
yeah,
card.
that one's dead anyway.
So don't
we're
use that
good.
card, please.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, please use that card.
Yeah,
try
go
it,
try it.
Go ahead,
Try
try.
it.
Go ahead, try. No, I told you guys a couple weeks ago. You got to get kicked out of Chase first, then Wells Fargo. It's like that's the order, and then you got to go back down to your lowly credit unions, which is really the way to go anyway.
I tried to deposit a check
forgot
from
about that.
Calyx Development back at Chase in like 2014, and I sat down and I said I want to deposit this check. They said, "Okay, hold on a minute," and 15 minutes go by, and the guy walks back up to me, hands me the check. He says, "This check's no good," and I said, "What you mean it bounced?" He said, "No, I'm trying to tell you that the check's no good here." I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, we're not going to accept that check from you." And I went, "Okay, I'm not doing business with Chase anymore. Fuck them. Fuckers." So,
No, I got that word. I got like why is everything like not working online? And then I go like to the thing, and it's like then I'll look in my mail and I see this letter that's like, we don't
told
need
you to go
We
Bounds
don't-
End.
We don't really need you around here.
So what do you think is going to be like? It was cookies, right? Then it was runts. Oh, kind of the same time, right? But what's next year's fucking flavor of the?
flavor of the
Yeah.
year. Flavor of the year.
What do you think it's going to be? Because it's got to be right. It's like that the strong like bull male, right? Where is that guy? Who is that? What is that? That's gonna be like 2021, 22's.
I do not know.
It's not some like sage sour,
Oh well, I don't think it'll
you
be a
know,
throw.
done loud.
The funny part is that the throwbacks are where I think all the good shit's at because there's a lot of people who have just keep. Everyone's on the same tip.
Acapulco done. What's that?
Scott, what do you?
Cheese is about to make the
No way.
I think so. I think that's a good call. That might happen.
2013
I see a
called.
lot of people. I see a lot of people pining for it now because, like anything that we're talking cheese, UK cheese, which is very distinguishable. Very like the color is very blue and very noticeable. And
Are we ready?
Yeah. Is this what's his name again?
We're calling Cam.
Cam.
And I picked this one because they recently became a patient and would like to start growing for themselves.
Fuck yeah.
And then they wrote all this stuff that was that made me happy. It was a delightful industry dialogue, unprecedented bagels, no white flaky love,
What?
never-ending ball busting, diamonds and sauce, expert breeding
diamond and
banter,
sauce. I see where everyone.
Area
thinks.
420,
Oh, okay. There
light
you go.
and non-stop contest-winning opportunities. Thanks for all your hard work
Thank
and
you,
passion
Cam.
for the sacred plant. And here we go. We're calling Cam.
Please answer, Cam.
Cam, please. Don't make this into a raffle.
Oh, don't make it into a raffle. Here we go.
Oh, jeez. 3 rings.
Big house. Big space.
Yeah, big space, dude.
It means they have a life on a Friday night.
What?
They what? They don't listen to us live? There's no life. No life.
Wah, wah, wah.
You have reached Cam. Leave a
Damn, Cam. Damn, Cam.
Damn, Cam.
Damn.
How about
Well,
number 2, Mark?
Let me find one. Okay, this person wrote back with their phone number. I was gonna pick them at one point because they
Included their phone number?
Yeah, and they put like pictures of their dogs and cats with like bagels and shit.
Fuck, of course that's a winner.
Yeah, so it's a winner.
Kids with bagels. And, yes, and dogs.
Like their dog.
I think that's verbatim what I said that day in that ramble.
Yeah.
Include dogs, cats, bagels, and kids, and they did it in that order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Who's this? Who we calling?
Don't say the
I
number.
can't say the number out loud.
What about their
No,
name?
And you can't dial without saying the number out loud. There's like a little tweak. You have a tweak?
Yeah, I
in
have
your
a
brain?
tweak. All right.
Can't do
So who are we calling?
I don't know. You have
Tell
it.
me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We're calling
Wait,
Mike.
we're calling Uncut Bush.
Nah, it's not Mike. If it's Mike Denver, he's not getting nothing.
Yeah, if it's Mike Denver.
If it's Mike Denver, he ain't getting shit.
You
Yeah.
ain't getting shit, Mike Denver.
No.
Yeah, Mike Denver.
Does it say Mike D?
No,
Where's it from? Not
it doesn't say.
Oh,
It's an
Is it
email.
720 or 303?
It's not postmarked or anything.
These emails are tough.
Oh, no
I want
answers.
handwritten letters. I want
Man,
handwritten letters.
you know what? Is people
Your call
have
has been forwarded.
lives again.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, we're back to
We
Raffle
went
World?
a whole year where everybody answered the phone
Yeah,
because
because-
everyone was stuck at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about we give it away to somebody in the chat gang tonight?
No, stop. Just because you saw Uncut Bush, you're like instant.
No,
ding,
no,
ding,
no.
ding,
Let's
ding,
start
easy.
something. Ask a trivia question.
Oh, no, hold on. Are we
have
out? That
three?
was it? We have
No,
three
we have more.
people.
We
in
have
the last-
more.
I think we have a couple new ones too. Let me. Do we have any new ones
Eat
from
some
like? I
watermelon on the
the
air.
last
That's
24
perfect
hours?
for radio.
think we may have. I think I may have seen one. See, I knew this was going to go on long. That's why I was like, yeah, you can't just like think you're going to slip in. But if Boris is listening,
Nope.
no, nothing, no
No,
numbers.
that's the
Too
person
many
we just
no
called.
numbers. Too many no
No.
numbers.
Oh, no, hold on.
Hold on, I'll find one of mine.
Yeah, find one of yours.
I'm
Jeez.
looking. I'm looking.
No, Tony Baloney, you're completely banned. Banned. The whole thing is based on you, like the banning of
Okay,
all
I got one.
multiple winners.
I got one.
Go ahead.
They need a light in my life. Got tired of my 1,000-watt melting my breakers.
Oh,
And,
there you go.
uh,
That's a good reason.
Not to mention nocturnal seizures. Fuck epilepsy. So let's give them a call.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, let's
Please
give them
answer.
a light. Yeah, I hope this works.
Yep. This was from like 4 years ago. You got this letter.
No.
Okay, I'm good. So it's pretty fresh.
From March. Is that okay? Is that all right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Kinda. It doesn't mean they probably don't listen to the show anymore. They don't care about us. Maybe they do.
I got another winner in case.
I think someone just tried to call us too.
Uh-oh. Then wait, then call back those people.
No. Nothing. That was a big dead. Oh no, what was that?
Not someone calling to try and call back in that we missed. This is Robert that we're calling. Man, all these people have lives.
Robert.
What's up with that?
Robert.
All right.
Robert.
Well, hang up and let the person call back. So if we called you, call back.
Let's see.
Ooh, that's like everyone's gonna call back because he can't see. It's like, oh yeah, me. I'm Tony Baloney and Mike Denver. I'm Tony Denver and Mike Baloney.
How about Paul from 226?
Hold on a second. Oh. Let's hear. I think this is someone we just called.
Okay.
Hello. Who are we
Hey.
speaking with?
Mike Anthony.
Mike,
You just
what's up,
tried to call
dude?
me?
Yeah, we did just try to call you. You're live on the Adam Dunn show.
Ah, perfect.
And we picked your email.
And we were wondering if you knew the word of the. Or
What's the word of the month?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was photons.
Ding, ding, ding. Is it photons?
Yeah, yep,
It's photons.
I'm like looking at Mark.
We have a winner.
Bing-a-ling and ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding. Hit the button.
Bing-a-ling-a-ding-dong.
Boop, boop, boop. Come on, Mark.
Oh,
Get on the
dude,
fucking pad,
hold on,
dude.
man.
Do
Dude.
the.
We need another intern.
I know. All they do is soundboard. We need a soundboard.
that's what we need.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, how about Rare Fino? Rare Phenom.
What about him?
He'll do the soundboard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck
Yeah,
all
that's
day.
great.
He can do it live. You mean?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Hell yeah. Get him
Okay,
in here.
cool.
I'm in the
week.
studio.
Every week. He's got a new job. All right. I'm sure he's
Cool,
like, I
Mike.
bet he's like, oh, I just started to work now.
No, they did a whole
yesterday."
release on Wednesday, so he's free now. So I'll get him in.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
That'll liven it up.
So wait, we have somebody on the line
Wait,
here who
wait,
just
wait,
won
wait.
an Illuminar.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. But
What?
Nothing.
What are you thinking? You got nothing?
It's not
You
the
got
word of the
nothing?
month or something?
that's still better than mine.
Okay.
Okay, so we're
Well,
good.
then we're good.
So we got to get your info, which
I got it.
has, and
I
he's
got
gonna
the
give
info.
that, swing that over to Liz, and then we're gonna go with that. Well, cool. I'm glad you
Tell us what you're going to be growing.
got yourself a light. What are you doing these days?
Are you still with
You
us?
there, Mike?
Yep.
What are you
Hear
going to
you.
be? What are you going to be growing, Mike?
Tomatoes.
Okay, enough said.
Like
Thank you so much.
Enough said.
tomatoes. You have to do it
We'll
in-
get that to you
in action quotes.
ASAP.
Thanks for listening, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Later.
That was Mike, everybody. Growing tomatoes. See, you can grow anything with
But it wasn't Mike
Illuminar
Denver. It didn't
lamps.
sound like Mike Denver.
No, it did not sound like him.
So Mike Denver had his friend
Call in as a mother,
call
Mike.
in and pretend like I would never use my own name for a fake guy, right? He's got it really figured out. I already know. Mike Denver just sits in a house counting cash.
Well, isn't it
And
that?
it's covered in like with strippers everywhere, obviously, because that's all we obviously know that. We know he lives with.
I want to hear the story about how he associated with this persona and strippers. Because he didn't seem like that kind of guy when I met him in
Well, because
person.
he had a girlfriend then, and now he doesn't have a girlfriend. He can do whatever he wants, right?
Okay.
There you go.
He had to bring up that he doesn't have a girlfriend now, man? Really? In
I
front
mean, he
of
might have a girlfriend,
all
now,
these
but he
people?
had a girlfriend.
Maybe
and
that's a
then-
good thing, you know? You're
Now he's-
advertising, dude.
I totally helped him out, bro.
Denver?
Now he's got like 20 new he's got 20 new fucking.
Everyone's swiping
Yeah.
the right direction for him.
They're all swiping. They're all swiping for Mike.
What do you swipe left if you like, or right if you don't? Or?
Ooh, I wouldn't know, dude.
Mark,
your-
which way do you
that's your-
swipe?
I'm busy doing things because we don't have enough interns.
Which way do you swipe, Mark?
Which way do you swipe? Somebody in the
Forward
chat
or
can.
backwards
I
after you
think
poop?
right is good and left is bad.
Well, forward or back when
What?
you're pooping? Which ones do you go? You got to go poop
Forward
swipe.
and
poop,
back.
Poop swipe. Which way do you go?
Poop swipe.
Oh,
What the
poop
fuck?
swipe.
Oh,
Oh, front
we
to
just-
back.
oh,
Absolutely.
back- yeah,
right,
exactly.
They
yeah,
just
yeah, you
stopped
gotta do
carrying
that,
us
man.
on the Hayes Network now. We were their number one download
I
nowadays.
doubt it.
Well,
think,
I mean,
I'm
when
pretty
we were
sure.
talking
You
about
said we were their
no,
number
no,
one download.
I believe that,
Hard
but I doubt they'll
DH8
get rid of us
being
over some
boofed.
poop talk.
What?
got
Who did you?
D8 boofer?
DH Boofer.
D8 boofer. Yeah,
D8
D8
boof-
boofer.
oh,
That's
yeah.
your new. That's your new thing.
Did you see?
D8
boofer.
That's your new tag. You need to have that D8 boofer.
You were included on that, I believe, CC'd on. Somebody sent me on Instagram. It said if you guys ever do an Adam Dunn show invitational in France, it has to be here. And it said boof or something. And I don't know if you saw that, but Rosendogs probably knows about them.
Yeah, it's the other
Wow.
mic. It's the other mic.
It's not Mike
Hold on,
Denver.
I'm working on this.
No.
Hold on.
What?
See right there.
Basement and cell
Right there,
phone.
Mike Grow. The other mic.
Got it.
Oh, it's the other mic.
The other mic.
Has he won before?
I don't know. We may have to. We may have to.
And
Doesn't matter.
Yes,
Okay,
we
hey.
can't get in trouble. We got in trouble.
We got in trouble.
They thought that somebody won 5 times, which is the Tony
5
Colon.
times.
What?
They were like, yeah, well, somebody won the late 5. I was like, no,
It's
nobody-
not true.
I go, no. We checked into it. I told her. I said, we checked into it. It was the same family, different addresses. So that's okay. If the whole family loves the show and they win, and we don't realize it,
What
that's
can we
fine.
do about
What
it?
the hell can we do? They have we've sponsored the family. How's that look? How's that look for the Adam
You
Dunn
know,
show?
walk a mile in someone's shoes before you judge them for winning a lamp on the Adam Dunn show. Come on, guys.
Well, it just shows you
Mindfulness.
that people win for real,
For real.
and they usually lurk around and try to win again. that is the obvious. They're like they get winners. They get the full-on winner fever. Winter fever. Speaking of winter fever, I got the Carta lamp out to, and I don't have the bag with me right now to figure out the name, but you sent it to me.
Did you say Carta Lamp?
No.
No, Carta. Maybe I did. I could have lied.
I think you did, dude.
Carta. Yeah, I did. I'm sure I did. Carta. Not lamp.
Lamp.
Focus.
Dab break.
Focus V. Carta dab break. There you go. Bing, ding, ding. Did you see that lady? Did you see that drunk lady on the like the Senate or something like that? And she was or the House. One of the things because they don't have now they're letting people drink because they don't have to fucking like do anything because it's all by people. Most people are just calling in
What are you talking about?
In like the Congress or something, there was some lady who was like, she was up there trying to like make a fucking statement, and she just said the same 3 words over and over again. She kept talking about some.
Is it like when they open the mic for public input or something, or is this an elected person?
Elected person, and she just lost her fucking. Apparently she's a big drinker. She's a big drinker. If we had Jamie, the real Jamie here, we would know now. He'd be like, Melissa, and he'd be like, oh, yes.
Who do you need to look up, man? Who do you got? I got
drunk congresswoman. Just look
drunk
that up.
congressperson.
And then it's pretty funny, but she was like
.com.
She sounded like she was on this show. She couldn't fucking say. She couldn't finish a sentence. It was like a big rambling
Rebecca
mess.
Warren.
See?
What did she say?
Jamie's on fire today.
Video show super drunk Rebecca Warren hitting on someone?
That's got to be it. I don't know.
No, she just did some rambling thing on the actual floor. Not like this sounds like hitting on somebody would be like.
Never mind. This is different. Okay.
I don't know if it's Congress or Senate or what, but it was just put like fucking drunk on the floor. Put that. Like I think that'll
drunk on the floor. Like you're
a politician.
This is that going to be that.
They'll be like
drunk on the floor. That show us your tits guy. That Girls Gone Wild.
That's fucking Adam Levine, though, isn't he? That was his thing.
That was his thing.
Yeah. That's
wait. You're talking about that deep fake where they slowed her down and Nancy Pelosi looked all drunk? No?
I'm talking about yesterday for real. I don't know, just maybe 2 days ago because I saw it on some bullshit show. They're not paying us, so I'm not talking about them.
Any Coloradans going to see Bob Weir next week?
What?
I'm taking my kids
Where's
down to Shakedown Street. Red Rocks.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
It's getting cray-cray.
Yep.
Surprised our buddy's not coming out. Is he?
Maybe.
Is the bro coming?
I don't
I would imagine he would just use any excuse now.
I told him that Bobby was coming. I actually spoke to their manager. They have a really, they set up a banned bubble. And if anybody leaves the bubble, they cannot come back in. So that's what they had to do. They started this a week ago for rehearsals, and they've been rehearsing every day. And the show, I believe, is Tuesday or Monday. I'm looking forward to it.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
I'll be there, Mike.
And then you'll have stories. You'll have new stories for Mike. Fresh, almost dead stories. They're like kind of dead stories.
If you're a deadhead and you have kids...
steal your parking spot. It will be like, dude, a fucking chick stole my parking spot. That'll be like the whole new tone. That chat won't be anything about getting high or... nothing.
I just want to take my kids to Shakedown Street. Let them see something that I saw.
I just listened to it.
I want to take my kid Shakedown Street.
Of course.
You got a song right there, dude.
It used to be the heart of town.
And then I lost her.
Don't tell me this town ain't got no heart.
Don't tell me this town ain't got
She got on the bus and she never came
just
back.
Gotta poke around.
She was only 9 years old.
There
you go. 9 years old. Got on the bus. And you're like, whatever, later. See you when you're 20.
See you, Dad.
see you when you're 20. See you in like 11 or 12 years.
You're just... listen, I
got my kid puddled. She was like 11. I showed this is what Dad did. This is how Dad did it right here. You get puddled. You get lost in the parking lot. Then you get... I did everything that Dad did on the first show, right?
Well, I was 18. I was 19.
And go get a ticket. Hold the sign that says Miracle.
One hit.
Hide the sign that says Miracle and ticket and get in there.
I never asked for a miracle. I always had money to pay for a ticket or trade. Good, healthy, good, kind trade. I never went to a show I didn't have a ticket for. I was really good.
So what are you
going
to have your kids trade? Like candy for...
Nothing. I want them to walk around and see what Shakedown Street was like.
They got to have something to shake down. They have to have some fucking... Make some pins or something. Get them hustling.
How about we get some Adam Dunn Show shirts?
Oh, yeah. Child labor. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Is
Adam
great.
Dunn Show. Child labor at Shakedown Street.
Dun, dun, dun.
Busted. Dave Charnick from the Adam Dunn Show.
Yeah.
Had 6 children out selling pins and T-shirts.
Assembling them. They were assembling them.
Yeah. 3 injuries.
Yeah.
Reported.
Kids in strollers selling them.
Yeah,
It's
kids
the
in
little older
strollers. They all had
assembling them.
pins. A lot of them didn't have safety on
Nope,
them.
no safeties.
Zero safety.
No safety pins whatsoever. They would kind of could poke you in the finger.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna
What?
try
What's going
and
on
pull
now?
some up. No.
What's going
no.
on?
You guys just don't.
Okay,
Don't pull up any pictures of me.
So Carta's out. Apparently, Mel's got the other piece out from the custom piece that was
Sweet.
won. So that's going out. And I'm just waiting for any other details from other winners that need to get their shit because I think I have. I'm waiting for I know there's 2 more that I have the pieces for, but I don't have an address for, so I'm waiting to get that info.
Oh, Lindsey Graham was the drunk one, I think.
Good, that motherfucker.
No, it wasn't Lindsey Graham. It was a woman. I told you.
Come on, are you gonna make me say it?
What?
Okay, yeah, he is basically a woman. I understand, but he's not the woman.
Come on. I mean, come on. That guy is just a
Wow, you guys, I don't have my phone,
piece
so I
of
can't look
shit.
it up. Anyway.
Okay, hold on a
Is my phone-
second.
see if my phone's outside there on the table. I think I might have left it out.
No,
No,
I think Uncle Andy took it.
Andy did not take my phone.
What is it again? Drunk?
A drunk congresswoman or a senator or something. They were fighting. They were on the
Drunk congresswoman.
So these are the pictures that were in the email that made me pick it, and that's the dog with the bagel.
Look at dog with the bagel in the park,
And then
woof
woof,
goo
goo,
gaga. I
gaga.
got woof woof. We gotta even
We
look.
need a lumino light, Davy Wavy.
Oh man.
They can't see that because it's underneath the insert.
Did they even talk to fucking
That one I
to
saw.
Sofabab? They were cutting things.
Dog and bagel.
They were doing a lot of Photoshop. I don't know.
Don't Photoshop any heads
damn.
on anything. We're going to get a cease and desist from Sofabab.
No, see it?
No fish shit yet for the same guy.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, we'll get
Who
it
the hell
out.
knows? Whatever.
Yeah, it's all Dave's fault.
Dave, you can't find it? No congresswoman drunk one?
Who do we owe fish it to?
We do definitely owe fish it to at least one person.
And send us the...
Mike Groh.
Oh, the same guy who just won
Okay.
tonight. Mr.
No
Groh.
problem.
So he did win everything, but we just haven't sent it to him yet. So he's just like, he's a virtual winner at this point.
Wait, that Mike is Mike
Yeah.
Groh?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Nice. Well, I like it when a real fan wins something.
Real life fan.
Real fan?
Not a bot.
A real live fan.
I like when bots
Who are these
fan.
other
every
guys?
single week.
Are these guys just
on
fake
chat.
fans
No,
over here?
Just him. He's
Really?
the only
You
one.
gonna call me out on that?
What are
Mark?
we just chop live over here?
When he was saying he needs more interns, what did I say? No. Mark can do it all. He can do it all. We don't need anybody else.
Lindsey Graham drunk Senate memes. So
No, that wasn't it.
that's what everyone on Twitter says. That's the only thing
Yeah,
that's
but
up.
I sent it. But
Wait, here. Look up Connecticut State Robin Comey.
Yeah, there we go.
Mark, Robin
What?
Comey.
Lindsey Graham.
We
no,
don't
Lindsey
see your
Graham is
hands
not-
moving.
Robin Comey?
Robin Comey.
Try that. Maybe.
Like Jim Comey. Oh, God, I said his name.
Could be. I'll tell you if I see the picture.
Allegations of excessive drinking among lawmakers in
Yes.
Connecticut capital.
There
That's
we
what it
go.
was. It wasn't in the capital. It was in Connecticut. Ah, there we go. There we go. And so basically, they're all drinking. Yeah, that's her right there. So she was hilarious, dude. Hilarious.
For wine I had with dinner. Oh.
Yeah, she said, "No way, dude. They're drinking during the job because everybody's like just hiding. They're like sitting there so long and doing nothing, and it's all a bunch of bullshit. So half the people have been just drinking on the job, and it's getting super sloppy, and it was hilarious.
Can you play the video or will we get in trouble?
I don't know if we'll get in trouble. They might play an ad in front of it or something like that.
Why don't we go to it on YouTube? I bet you somebody posted it there. Now that we know her name. Robin Drunky.
Man, no, I got to do copying and
look at him with this.
pasting.
He has a problem with work.
It's you know,
We need another intern.
if it doesn't have anything
No,
to do
we
with
don't.
diamonds
You
and
can do
sauce
it.
or something like that, he ain't interested. It's really.
I mean,
Do we
I'll
have
pull up
any
some
other
diamond
wheels
sauce
of
if you want.
deals to give away or
Plus,
anything
you could
like
play
that?
that in the background while you try to figure out the
Kidding,
YouTube. How's that?
I just,
I
I just want to go home. That's all.
Oh,
Just kidding.
Wow.
Fuck.
I wanna
Listen,
go
all right. I didn't want to bring
home.
this up, but Adam, we were talking about earlier, so maybe we should talk
Because the
about it now.
Sofabab guy wants to come on
Are
board.
there
and say,
any,
No, we don't have to.
aspiring podcast engineers out there
do it. Don't
who want to come be Mark's intern?
Don't do it.
And he'll have an intern.
Ooh, Mark.
So you will be MTII,
double I.
Mark the intern's intern. So if you're up for it, Mike Denver. What?
I just wanted to.
We
take
can't
this
see it, but it's out there.
opportunity
There you go.
recognize that a constituent of mine came up to me and wanted to know why she was able to
It's painful.
Whoa.
I had to tell her that that she was
What the fuck? is happening? Holy shit.
How high are you?
Connecticut was a state that didn't
She's on
offer
opioids.
support,
think-
that the ELL program
Oh, she's getting
that,
somewhere now.
through the Shoreline Adult Education. And I was wondering if this was an opportunity for her to
All right. Yeah. I think
Then she stops right here. Look, she just can't do it.
She has no idea. I lost
she
my train
can't
of
get
thought.
past that. She goes, and it's over. That's some high shit right there. Huh?
yeah, but
opportunity for her to
To
Let me guess. She got this bill passed.
opportunity to
wow. That was something.
Damn. And that was Connecticut?
yeah,
Yeah.
very well educated. Well educated, Connecticut.
Damn. They like their booze in Connecticut. They like mixing their booze with Oxy.
It looked like that, right? There was some fucking serious.
Yeah.
brain- That was like the brain fart of the year
Oh,
award.
yeah.
Would go to that one right there. There's like a. She got there and she just. I mean, she did good because usually I would go way. I would have lost entire train of thought. Like I wouldn't get even back to that. I would have just gone like.
You'd
oh.
find another train, though. She was stuck at the station. There were no trains coming in. She was completely stuck there on She could, every time the came out, that threw her whole train of thought off.
Yep.
Right? No trains.
I don't know. She'd be a really good podcaster.
Man, you guys are really good podcasters.
We are not.
Oh,
yeah,
Mark.
man.
No, we're not.
No, what are you talking about? I just wanted to give you guys some good.
You just want to go home. Go Nuggets.
Yeah, go Nuggets.
Go
baby.
Nuggets. Go.
Yeah,
Are they
yeah,
playing
yeah.
tonight? Are they playing tonight?
No, we blazed the Trailblazers last night.
No, you blazed the Blazers.
What does that mean,
Yeah.
blaze the Blazers? Like you smoked their Blazers?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
You are blazing,
We
bro.
sent Damian Lillard packing once again.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Damian Willard. Take that,
Yeah,
man.
Willard.
Go pack
Yeah,
it.
Willard.
Who else did we send
Lillard.
packing?
It's Lillard. It's cool.
Lillard. Damian Lillard. Get packing.
Wow, man.
Get packing.
All right. Okay.
What about them
All
Avs,
right.
huh?
Yeah, the Avs are good. That's good stuff.
They
I don't
put
watch.
the biscuit in the
Wow, this show's
basket.
gone downhill fast.
I really don't watch them.
Show has gone downhill.
Yeah, you can't.
extremely
You can't
fast.
give us the keys to the show, man.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
That's really bad, dude.
That was like
I
you
agree.
talking about games that already happened without even like any.
I had a
interest level
sports
of-
show. I don't ever want to talk about sports ever again.
That's a pretty boring thing to do.
It's dude. It's so. It's like you're either one side or the other, and then it's all speculative until it happens.
Did you play any sports in high school, Adam?
How often were you right? As good
Me,
as-
I was always wrong. I was terrible.
Oh, yeah. So you were the guy not to watch. You're the guy to bet against.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
whatever he says, don't do that.
First 5
Take
picks
the
are
opposite.
free, and they're losers.
Do the
Yeah.
opposite.
All right.
Okay, so we need to get fish it and the thing to. That's perfect. We have the same one address, two things. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So we just have to hit.
Well, Illuminar's going to take care of that one, but
Aluminum, but not fish it. We're gonna
Not
have to hit
fish it.
Tommy.
You need
Tom-
it.
But
Yeah.
Tommy's cool. He
Yeah.
was been waiting for that. I think we just lost.
Not only is he
got lost
waiting
in
for
the
that, he needs an invoice.
It got lost in the shuffle, and and then there's a few seeds that we need to go out, and those will do, and then we're gonna be fucking caught up, bro. Spring cleaning has finally done,
and then we'll never ever give anything ever away again.
because we don't know how to.
Yeah.
Hey,
Stupid.
anybody in the chat gang, anybody listening to the show, if you're heading out to the Las Vegas Cannabis Awards and you have an entry, you're a medical patient, you want
Or-
to enter somebody you love,
A place for me to stay.
go
couch,
to,
a couch for MTI.
what is it, Hayes Licensing at gmail.com or at Hayes Radio on
Mike
Instagram.
Denver, I'll be pouring that fish shit in your car when you're not looking. Don't you worry. Don't keep your windows cracked ever, because I'll be doing it straight in there with a funnel.
It's both the mics need fixed shit.
I know it's like, well,
Oh, wow.
Mike Denver, he probably just weaseled in there. And got some free shit.
25%
He just
off.
he said promised strippers never delivered, and now we owe him fish shit somehow
we owe him fish
magically.
shit.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, no problem, Mike Denver. You'll get
right.
your shit.
Okay.
Damn, we're getting.
The fuck was that?
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, dude.
Sounded like an espresso maker or something.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Oh, it would be.
that your
Really
phone?
That'd
nice.
be a good time right now. Good
That's
times.
something that I
That
would
sounded like reverse on my
be
car.
okay with screaming.
You'd
right
be
now.
okay with that? I'd be
Yeah.
okay with that.
Steam milk coming out all nice and hot pitched.
Ozo
High
coffee, of
pitched.
course.
Ozo coffee, of course.
Not fucking around.
Roasted in the premium roaster.
Nice, and he has strippers already. See, Microbe has his own strippers, so he doesn't.
Yeah, but you only grow tomatoes, so we want to go someplace where they're growing really
tomato
fire
strippers.
cannabis.
He's probably got. Yeah, he's probably got strippers like fucking. Yeah,
hanging from the
I
ceiling.
get it. I get it.
Like so.
I want to thank all the people in the chat gang. I want to thank all the guests, Joe Dolce, our other 2 guests who didn't show up. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for not showing up.
I typed your name a couple times.
Wow.
Wow.
I expect all stoners to be on point, at attention, waiting for us when we arrive, wherever we arrive, whether it be virtual or real.
Yeah. Look at Dave. He showed up here every week for some reason. I don't even know what the fuck that's all about.
I know. I'm always wondering. I'm like, wow.
Is this the week he doesn't show up?
Let's start a Patreon for Mark's room.
That's
in
why
Las
I had.
Vegas.
See, that's why I had our guest, our secret guest, waiting because it was like, if Dave's not here, he already knew. Like he didn't. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't listening to the show because I told him if Dave is not there by the 20 minutes in, you slip in.
That's right.
And then it's like, and then it's a little bit like.
It's like that scene in
IPM.
Grease.
It's like IPM for the show. It's like our own pest management that we've filled in the spot. So he can't sit there, and therefore we're clear. We're cleared free.
I like this.
Then Dave can never come back. That's how it works. So Dave just luckily gets in early. Gets his seat.
Take my seat before anybody gets here.
Yeah.
First one to join the
Take the
Zoom
shady
meeting.
parking spot.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
That's it. 100%.
First one to show up, last one to leave.
A shout out to guys down at Area 420. We're gonna get that reminder to those guys. Tell Whitney to send that thing back that got exploded.
Yeah, it got exploded.
We're gonna call anyway and do it, but might as well just tell her. Say
just tell Whitney.
Say that is it. What was
we
it?
left it on the table.
Was it that same model, Sterling?
Yeah,
It's
it's
the same-
Sterling. It's a Sterling black box and needs to be returned.
Yeah.
Brain strap, get on it.
Brain strap.
Brain strap.
Get on it now.
Get on it.
No, just have wait, take care of that, and then we'll be back down there on the 19th.
Yeah.
Or 18th, sorry. 18th of the show.
I'm going to send a list of stuff that we need to buy.
Cool. And so next show will be down
Is
there.
one of them a
then.
trailer?
That will be the
air conditioning.
Yes.
Adam Dunn's birthday is not so important this year as it was 2 years ago. Show.
Wow.
That's the name of the show. It's no.
Wait a minute. Your birthday's in like 2 days, right?
No, it's on the 15th. So it's before not the next show, but the show after. Right?
We should have gone up 420 on the 15th and done the show then.
I wanted to. I know my original plan was to do the show on the 15th. Oh, no, not do the show
Why
on the 15th.
don't we?
No, because that's my birthday. I want to have my birthday. That's actually not a show day.
Trip balls.
And then do the birthday or then do the show on the normal day. That was my original plan. To stay up for 52 hours, be the crustiest human being on the planet, and then, basically have Mark and Dave quit the show. And
No.
that was the plan, but somehow we've
Your
changed
plan
it.
was for us to quit?
Yeah, because you would never want to do a 52-hour show.
This is great.
This is
I was
great.
just trying to be quiet about it and hope that it just went away.
Oh, everybody wants 52 hours. I don't know. 52 is not good enough, though.
Nobody wants
No
it
one's
isn't good enough.
No, it has to go 58.
It has to be
Yeah,
55.
Mike, your light's about to
58.
get lost in the mail, so watch what you
55
say
is a
in the
nice
chat
round
there.
number.
No.
Maybe I'll just wait a couple of years and we'll do the
Dikembe Mutombo.
55.
There you
now
go.
I'm on 55. I can
Yeah.
the record hasn't been broken.
By that time, there will be
It'll be
another MTI.
190
I'll do a
7
couple more
hours.
24-hour show. I mean, 72 is good.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
72 hours. See, that's what'll happen.
Oh, a 24-hour show was fun. We could have a lot of... now
do
that we've done
those.
it once,
I can
we
do
can
those.
Keith and the
figure it
girls
out.
done 72
I can do those
hours.
I can do... yeah.
They had a two, and they switched. Like one would go sleep, and then.
Oh,
but they
I could
had
do that.
rotating guests coming in the whole time.
I could do that. That's easy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Has to be one person, I think, to do a record, because otherwise you could just have, I could have Dave talk, and then does it matter about how many people actually listen to the show? Because that would be like, that might
Otherwise, Sofa Bab's already done it.
because you just keep going. I mean, it could be a show for,
Oh.
5 weeks. You guys, Sofa Bab
right.
could do it. You guys should just do a world record and just do
Dude,
5 hours each. And you're
Speaking
already,
of which, just yesterday we showed up on a list of podcasts,
Oh, yeah.
and we are number 1 on the top 10 sociopath podcasts you must follow in 2021.
sociopath.
It says about the podcast, maniacal ramblings of two sociopath brothers and the friends they drag down with them.
Who's pot? That Sofa Bab?
Yeah, and we got on a list of 10 sociopath.
You will have at least 20
podcasts.
new viewers by next show.
Yeah, dude.
Did it jump your shit up?
I don't know. It got written today. Actually, someone just
Wow.
looked it up. Yeah.
So if you haven't already, got Sofabab on your radar, then now you do. Now you know you want to be in there early.
If you want to know how
If you want-
sociopaths operate.
Are you making a coin yet? Are you going to do the
Sofabab
coin?
coin.
Sofabab coin.
And don't Photoshop
If you're one of the
anybody's
top
head.
10 sociopath coins, that would be pretty cool.
Oh, that'd be even better.
No one's called themselves that yet.
All right.
Because it'd be like, what? A sociopath coin? Oh, that's me all day long.
Yeah, bro.
There'd be a lot of people that would be like,
The NFT of you has a knife in your head.
I am totally into that right there. Right?
Yeah, man.
So,
There's Brainstrap. Make it happen, bro.
Socio coin.
He wants me to send an email. I, have to send an email. I need Whitney's email. Someone has to send me someone's email.
But Sofabab coin sounds like it needs to be done.
Sofa coin.
Sofa coin.
Bab
coin.
Bab
Bab coin.
or Babs. I don't know. You have to come up. What would you have to come up with? What your shit would be?
The bitch and bastard coin.
But Sofabab is a good thing just on its
Bit
own.
bastard
Just
coin.
Sofabab. Just yeah. Just Sofabab.
Bit bastard.
Definitely sociopathetic. That's more of what we are.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So you're definitely on some list now.
We're on a list now.
Hey, you're on a few lists. You're on a bunch of lists.
You're
not
on the no-fly list?
You're on. Yeah. If you're on a sociopath, that's what your actual category is. You're going to be on a shitload of lists, dude.
Yeah, bro.
How funny would it be if the one person on the show that gets stopped at a border and hassled
because of
is
Sofabab,
Mark
because of his other show,
because of his affiliation with Sofabab?
Oh yeah, Sofabab's on a big list now.
Because it said sociopath near his name, so that's it.
Yeah,
the bot got you.
That is fucking gonna hit some algos right there. That's an algo binger dinger right there. That's a dinger dinger dinger. That's like as it come through, it hits every fucking thing. That's hit everything. Like, sociopath with a podcast. Oh, podcast?
No, that's the other Mark Perez. That's not me.
And I'll be like,
that's not me. You think
You're
there's
like-
just one of us?
they're gonna be like, oh, KTI, come on through. CC, come on through. Excuse me, sir. We need to go to this. We need to go to this other
You need
room.
to go to the
And then-
sociopathic line.
200 episodes of Sofabab.
Yeah, exactly.
What exactly do you mean right here?
Yeah. Oh my
What
god.
you mean when you said this?
Oh wow. Do you guys talk like about murdering people and shit like that?
Yeah, they talk about harming animals, man.
Oh, that was the
It
first
is
one he ever tuned into.
the last one I ever tuned into.
That's right.
Fuck.
I mean, I only checked in the ones that I knew that you guys were like talking about me. Of
Yeah,
course.
for sure.
I was like, Mark's going to talk about me tonight. I better listen to that show.
Yeah.
All right. Hey.
You're a topic once I come up on there for some
I
reason.
know.
I
They're
don't
just
know
like,
why.
how, yeah, because they're get jealous, bro.
They are jealous.
They're jealous of our chat because we have a really good chat gang.
Yeah, dude.
Anybody coming to Vegas, Adam will be doing an autograph signing for about 20 minutes. So
20
hit
whole
us up.
minutes?
We'll let you know.
I
where he's gonna
couldn't. I
be.
couldn't sign my name for 20 minutes. My hand. I couldn't even write. I had to mail 3 things out today for all our winners, and by the third one, my hand was
Chicken
was
scratch.
cramping up. It was all cramping up. No, because the thing is, I couldn't. They didn't. The lady was so slow at the place, right? That I was like, all right, I guess I'll just write it on the boxes. And kind of writing on boxes is not the same as writing on a piece of paper because you can't turn the paper sideways and get the little angle and make your handwriting look good. You just start doing like, and it was all
Took your crayons out and held it like this.
It just got it got real like dirty and like, and you also poke holes through the thing as you're trying to punctuate. So yeah, you're fucking up. So yeah, I gave her this.
So if your carta is damaged or has any crayon marks on it, let us know.
Okay. But I was hurting. Three whole addresses, and I was done. I was like, all right, I am Adam Dunn right here. I just want to lay down right here, go to sleep. I'm crippled. I'm crippled.
All right. No, we don't do that anymore, Mike. No more top chatters.
No chatter, schwatter, spatters.
We really appreciate you. We don't need to.
Top chatter,
count how many
schmatter.
people
We're
you
done
did.
with that.
We're done.
We're done. Everybody got.
We don't need to encourage you guys to talk.
No.
Yeah.
No. We've actually realized the ills of our ways.
Anybody need any hydroponic supplies in New York State? Hit up Rosin Dogs. He'll help you out. Ask for the Dunn deal. I don't know if he has one there, but
we'll save all that for the crazy shows. We'll do crazy shows, and then we'll do all that, and then we'll just blame technology for our failures, and then we'll somehow do that. Yeah, that's what will happen. That's how it will go down.
Yeah,
that's how I get it. No, I basically said last week that I'm going to take care of all the winners, which I did today. So I started with the ones I sent out, took care of the Illuminar winner today, and that's it. But we're not. And like, as far as the top, we definitely have. I know we have. Matt Riot deserves a spin on the wheel when we have it. When we do the wheel, Matt Riot's getting a spin. So is the SD.
he gets extra spins.
We have a
for
few other.
that.
We have a few other. Yeah, exactly. All those people that won, we're gonna do that on a special day, because right now we have no Mel in the house. We need Mel.
Yeah.
Mel is the critical element to all of that. So when she's on board, and we got to, we'll make it happen. And then we'll blame it all on Rosin Dogs mostly. Anyway, that's pretty much the way it will go down. So,
and if you are buying tickets,
blame Rosin Dog.
Always blame Rosin Dogs. But if you're buying tickets to the Las Vegas Cannabis Awards, make sure you mention the Adam Dunn Show, Dunn Deal, so we can get some credit for throwing them some traffic. I know there's going to be a lot of people there.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun. And we have, and obviously, as you heard, Jerome Baker involved, so that's going to be, good crowd of people. We got Uncle Stoner throwing down his squash off, 31st squash off. He's finally done it. He's done it.
Done it.
But yeah, it's cool. And Mike Denver, you always get a spin. Don't you worry, Mr.
God.
Denver.
You
just have to
strippers
bring
and-
strippers
yeah.
and come to the studio whenever you feel like it. It's all.
Yeah.
And it's all your fault, Rosin Dogs. Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Yes. See, everyone's getting there, figuring it out now. See, it's good. It's always good when everybody knows exactly, they're like, it's all right. Because there's always going to be someone to blame. That's Rosin Dogs, obviously. And then there's always a guy who wins, and that's going to be Mike Denver or Mike Gross. It's pretty much our formula here on the Adam Dunn Show. We've got it worked out.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you, chat gang. You've been great. MTI, you're the best, man.
Oh yeah. No, Matt Wright will definitely get a spin on the wheel whenever he feels like it. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I never said which wheel, so don't you worry.
Oh.
I got lots of wheels of deals.
The wheels of deals.
The shit wheel.
Oh, the wheel deals.
Oh, okay. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So anyway, talk to you guys soon.
Peace.
Peace out. Yeah.
Practically every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own hidden soul.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing. We want you to smoke the natural herb. Some call it marijuana, some call it sensimedia, some call it lamb's bread, and some people call it ganja.